I think the old magic found its way back into our world through a dream. Just a dream. Nothing more.
Your project is to identify everyone with talent?
Yes.
Even if it's just potential and even if they haven't used it yet?
Damn it, I shouldn't have told you.
Is that what it does?
You cannot breathe a word of this to anyone.
Amanda, do you have any idea what you're doing?
Yeah. Saving children.
We have to destroy it.
Are you crazy? That's my life's work.
A witch hunt machine?
Jesus, Whit. You were being so naive. This isn't some fairy tale. This is about saving people here in the real world.
Lock up when you leave.
Just a dream. Nothing more.
Hi, it's Monday. Welcome to Metaverse Monday. I am doing cold open today because we're gonna do a waffle.
Woo!
This waffle is for Goblin Cave. I don't know when it was won, but yeah, this is called the Song of Grumbles. Goblins are not known for their bravery. They engage instead of acts of mischief, if outright knavery. But then there was a goblin with the courage of a lion and the common sense of very lumpy milk. This is the Song of Grumbles, out to rewrite history and make kingdoms crumble before his might, maybe even a night. Grumbles was a goblin who had dreams outside the cave, not content with making traps and leading heroes to their grave. So he ventured from the dungeon to the villages of men, the third most stupid thing he'd ever done. This is the Song of Grumbles, about to rewrite history and make kingdoms crumble before his might, maybe even a night. He made it to the village before the break of day. He woke the guard by shouting his demands that they give way. The guard did not speak goblin and had not yet had their tea, and so they opened fire with their bows. This is the Song of Grumbles, out to rewrite history and make kingdoms crumble before his might, maybe even a night. Grumbles lay there bleeding at the gate, wondering how these lowly guards had brought him to this fate. He counted up the levels of the guards and did the math. Grumble's challenge rating was just 1/2. This was the Song of Grumbles. He didn't rewrite history or make kingdoms crumble before his might. He only lasted one night.
Rest in power, Grumbles!
Grumbles.
More Grumbles.
This is for you, Grumbles.
Mm-hmm. This whole episode is dedicated to you, Grumbles. How's everybody doing?
Yeah!
Yay!
We live?
It is Meta Monday, as I'm sure you figured out by now from the inspired singing of Christian Doyle, who has joined me at the table today. I'm James Durham, your host and GM. I've also got Helen Roundhill, Jess Weaver, Luke Edmondson, and Maggie Doyle.
Yay!
I got Leo back on tech. Hi, Leo.
Hi.
Masters of the Metaverse, like all of our Zoe programming, is funded and supported entirely by viewers like you. Check out our Patreon page now. Find out how you can support this show and other great shows like it. Because we really like to make lots and lots more shows for you to see all the time. Speaking of Patreon, I've got some special Patreon backers I want to thank today. Brian Niskola. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Carrie Wiley. Thank you.
Thank you.
And Ian Goldblatt. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Ian.
Masters of the Metaverse is the most interactive live stream RPG in the world. How, you ask?
That's science.
Our store, first of all, which is quite barren as I can see, and they are probably going to need the help today, guys. So if you can, reach out and help them out. In addition to that, all those lovely buffs and trolls and fun things in there, we have our Patreon polls, which I have the results for if you guys would like to hear them.
I would.
Yes.
For Christian, this week you get plus 20 health and plus 4 to a roll.
I'll take it.
For Luke, you get plus 20 health and plus 3 to a roll. Maggie, you get plus 40 health and plus 6 to a roll.
Yeah.
Jess, you get plus 40 health and plus 5 to a roll.
Thank you.
Helen, you get plus 30 health and plus 4 to a roll. And I get plus 40 health and plus 3 to a roll. I don't know what kind of a glitch happened there.
What?
Glitch.
Who this?
I think somebody must have cheated the system. Whoever you are, good job.
Well done.
Mm-hmm. And, hey, how about some credits?
A group of strangers was brought together through blackmail, lies, and advertising campaigns. They became metapilots, people capable of traveling to strange new places called metaverses and inhabiting the remarkable people known as avatars who lived within. At first, it was just a game, but it soon became a struggle for all reality. Betrayed by an entity that they once trusted, the one known as Tom, these metapilots slayed a would-be immortal, healed a broken world, and saved the entirety of the metaverse. But now, they must answer for their deeds. The metaverse sends you where you need to be. But where are they?
Conscripted by a secret organization, a group of strangers is loaded into experimental metapods, hurtling their souls across dimensions and into unsuspecting avatars. With each trip across reality, these newly minted metapilots gain access to unique powers and abilities, slowly transforming them into true masters of the metaverse.
Masters of the metaverse, masters of the metaverse. They travel through time and space and stuff. Troll them, re-roll them, throw them above. They fly through dimensions, this isn't a bluff. Heroes compelled, they have no choice. Bound by the winds of a secret voice. Masters of the metaverse, masters of the metaverse. Masters of the metaverse, masters of the metaverse.
Welcome back! Previously on Masters of the Metaverse, our team of heroes infiltrated the hidden metaverse of Antonius Basilius. With the aid of impossible technology and theoretical science, they found a way into the most secure metaverse in existence.
Except for maybe ours.
Locked is different. We'll get there someday. What is Basileus hiding there? Why keep it hidden? While our heroes have yet to discover the answers to this mystery, they have found themselves deeply involved in an event in this new metaverse. At first, they thought they were in the bodies of normal teenagers. This turned out to be untrue, as each manifested as one of the dead gods of the rebellion: Zeus, Amun-Ra, the Morrigan, and Loki. Aided by Andy James and the avatar of tragedy Loki's daughter, they have escaped the clutches of the all-seeing eye of Odin, for now. And while these gods have retreated to a hidden location, a secret demi-plane, to discuss their strategy, the pilots within struggle to find their footing. This demi-plane, which is little more than a simple room with a large table at its center, surrounded by comfortable chairs, does serve a purpose. Here, it is beyond the Allfather's sight, and they can rest and plan without the threat of enemies sent through the Bifrost. Wyatt Maxwell, in the mind's eye of Amun-Ra, you stand before him. In all your travels in the metaverse and all your avatars, never have you encountered something like this. His self or soul or whatever you want to call it to, that you connect to, it's beyond vast. It's alien, strange, and terrifying. The weight of his gaze is crushing. Every action of your life is arrayed before you, every choice, every success, every failure. Moments of injustice, of greed, moments of compassion and courage. The entire tapestry of your life unfolds before him, nothing hidden. And he judges you worthy. Wyatt Maxwell, you are a good man. The scales of judgment have gone. The pressure releases. Two souls are one. Rosie Harvin, you can feel Loki worming through your mind, clawing away at your darkest secrets, twisting into the corridors of your memories. With all your will, you try to stand fast, but there is nothing you can do. His advance is relentless, everywhere. Your life, your soul, flayed out like a cadaver upon an examination table. Curiosity boring holes into you. And then sadness, a deep, heavy sympathy spreading through your mind and your soul. An understanding sadness. That you will be no puppet, no toy, no plaything dragged around by strings. You will choose. We will choose. The invasion ceases. There is a warming comfort and a distant sadness. What is done cannot be undone, but tomorrow has not come yet. Crash Jackson, Zeus, of all the gods, of all the mythologies, it had to be Zeus. Nope. At first you felt his regard, his wariness upon you, a sense of confusion. And then the full weight of his gaze, a crushing sensation. You know you could have fought back, resisted. You are stronger than he is. But you also know that he needed this moment. They always need something, your avatars. You just wish it was easier to help them sometimes. As his eyes drive their way into your very soul, seeking out the hidden places, you in turn turn your gaze upon him. Guilt, shame. He blames himself. He has failed so many times, let so many people down, and lived selfishly for so long. And it is not the way of things. You'll help him. It's what you do. Maddox, from the moment the Morrigan manifested, your world has been darkness. Not just the absence of light, but something deeper, colder. Death. You can smell it on the wind, feel the brush of it against your skin. As the Morrigan regards these other gods, she can't help but chuckle at that thought. She watches their skin dry and peel away, their bones turn to dust, and their names be lost to time. She sees the end of all things, as she always has. The Dark Lady of Fate turns her gaze upon you within her mind's eye, and you feel yourself unravel like a frayed blanket. Wisps of whatever you were fading into nothing. The sweet, slow release of death. Rest. You are so tired. Mac! The name is like lightning. Your eyes open and you see her now. Truly, her. She is no more formless than you are. Not a sight of terror, but one of tragic beauty. The sorrow in her eyes bleeds out around you both, swallowing you. A torrent of waves crashing in. And she sees you. Mortal child, your coming has been foretold. When the souls of gods and mortals are joined, is the first sign that the times of the Redeemer has come. balance will be restored. What the gods and mortals weep, tremble, and rejoice. Redemption is upon us. Andy James, ever since they became gods, your friends have been pretty much non-existent. You've started to have a really, really bad feeling about all this. But at least you've gotten the lay of the land. Gods are at war. These jokers are some kind of rebellion. And apparently, it's all Zeus's fault. It seems he started this whole alliance thing way back and then changed his mind about some rather important details. And that didn't sit so well with some of the others, who apparently had their own endgame plan. The long and short of it, Amun-Ra and Zeus are advocating for gods in their place, mortals in their place sort of arrangement, and the current administration prefers a more hands-on approach. Compound this with somewhere in the past several centuries, Zeus managed to somehow grow a conscience and wants to spare mortals the calamities of a god's war, and you got about the gist of it. Now they've been hearing this demi-plane strategizing for hours, going back and forth over the same crap.
Full avatar.
They need allies, they need to strike valuable targets, but they can't while Odin has the Bifrost and can send reinforcements at will. And now that he knows that they're out and about, he's not going to be working on anything else but finding them. And this time they likely won't get lucky and get killed. There are fates worse than death. Well, for gods. Death's the biggest worry you've got, at least. Hey, there's that. Yeah, you. So, this damn Bifrost is the issue. And apparently it's nearly indestructible. They don't have the forces to hold it. It's guarded by Heimdall, who can see anything, and the bloody Vanir Legion, whose legendary warriors are nearly godlike themselves. I mean, of course, you have everything figured out already. I mean, you do have the advantage of Grace, Lady Evelyn, and tragedy in your corner. I mean, you're fucking James Bond, except, you know, better. Looking, mannered, well, everything. Who's James Bond?
I also want to go to a metaverse where all we do is eat food and drink.
I agree.
Yeah,
but I would like it to be like...
Can we have that for Christmas?
I will bond that avatar.
Eat good food.
Unless he is also some sort of weird swan fucker.
That's true.
And let's be honest, he probably is.
I mean, have enough pints at the bar. Anyone could.
All right,
Take
well,
it all back.
we do not have a ton of time here, folks. So we've got our bearings. We're alive. We all ended up in the same spot. That's
All
good.
to the good, yes.
We're not dead again. Just touch and go there for a second. Can't believe Thor showed up. The nuts on that guy.
Yes.
So what was your plan there, Chastity? Did you, travesty?
Tragedy.
Sorry. It's weird that I have perfect memory and still got that wrong twice.
Just my luck.
Mm-hmm. So, what was your plan?
No plan. I was just supposed to observe.
Oh.
I was just...
Failed. I mean,
It's thanks to me that you're alive.
I agree.
Did you want another 13 years trapped inside of a child?
It wasn't that bad. He was really smart.
That's
that kid was a useless child.
Yeah, he could suck rocks.
Oh, I didn't know he had a special talent. Never mind then. Oh.
yes.
Special talent was pissing me off. He did real well with that. But then, so do you.
How old are you?
Aged.
Sorry, I can't believe you're still having kids. I've had
So
kids in
you.
like 450 years. Not one. Don't make them. Not anymore. Learned my lesson 47 times.
Right, but I didn't start until...
49th time's the charm.
I started much later than you did, though. You started, like, right away.
Well,
and
I'm a lot older than you.
Yeah, I held off, though, for, like, millennia.
Yes, everybody's very impressed with your self-control, Mom.
You're known for it.
Right, no, I'm not having any more. They've all seen that one, so why should I have more?
Sorry, I was trying out sarcasm just then. How'd it work?
Not well.
Not great.
I'm not good at things. That's fine.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I'll master it by the end of the day if I so choose.
Just let it go. Subtlety is not your strength.
Oh, isn't it? Huh? Gotcha. All right.
So am I excused?
So, before we get to the whole we're going to attack the Bifrost and even the playing field thing, I would like to address the small issue of the people living inside our heads. Anyone? It's not just me, right?
I think she's quite nice.
No, not just you.
No, mine comes with friends.
What do you mean?
Well, it's not just her. She seems to be connected to other people as well.
All right, magic people. Those are my favorite kind of people.
Oh, good.
This is a squirmy little guy. It's like he wants to say, shut up in there, okay? Your best friends. I'm here, okay? Wow, he's really loud for a kid.
You know, she knows all of you, it seems.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
we're on the same team. We're like our own pantheon, closely or like a football team.
Yes, that works. That works.
Is that right? I guess.
Well, she's compelling me to like all of you. And after what you've put me through, that's kind of hard.
I mean, yeah, you've had it really rough. Not
So
being dead.
hard driving the car, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So
Wow.
ooh, tough. Oh.
Yeah, I made people.
Oh, I'm
just
sorry.
saying.
I'm sorry. When you die, you don't stay dead.
Well,
die,
as we
I stay
approach
dead.
Halloween,
Wasn't
here's a
planning.
shocker on Shock Street. Let's do the electric slide with the lightning god. Hashtag system shock.
Roll those dice for me, baby.
Is it all the way? I think we're a little shy still.
Oh.
Not all of it yet.
It's a system shock, right?
Yeah, they
okay.
didn't purchase
They're
all
just
of it
trying
yet.
to
Oh.
They're just trying to system shock me. Okay.
I love it.
You give me one, I will use it.
All
No,
right.
but thank you for the system
So-
shock.
Look, here's the thing.
I was just saying. I'm not saying I made all people. That's part of a different whole philosophical debate
No
that we're
one
gonna have.
cares.
No.
Well, and besides,
No.
I had done that first.
You know. Well.
Does anyone want to go get coffee while they measure their
There's
dicks?
literally not a coffee shop on this plane.
Are you done?
Oh, yes.
Oh yeah, we're finished up with that argument now that we've been arguing about for thousands of years, and we'll never argue about again after this moment. Promise.
never
Okay,
go back.
can we focus on the present? So here is, from my perspective, I am terrifically mortal. I can die. You can die and come back. I cannot come back. I'm used to watching things
So you're
from a
saying
distance, and
there's
I'm
a
little
mortal that can
concerned.
best you? Is that what you're saying?
We're not going up against mortals.
Yes, we are.
We're going up against gods too.
And mortals. The reason we have to be... Look, a god can pretty much follow us anywhere they want. No matter what. I mean,
And that's
depending
why
on
I'm
whatever
kind
they're
of
doing.
trying to stay out of it. I just want to, watch from a distance, report back to headquarters, and get out of here. But instead,
Who's
I
at
picked up-
headquarters? Who's at headquarters?
Yeah.
Who's at headquarters?
You're pretty much it these days.
Yes, I didn't want them to know that. I just wanted to get out of here.
Well, as soon as we get out of here, they're going to be on us.
That
They
is
could have a whole
unfortunately
army
very
of chosen and mortals here at the snap of the fingers.
And yes, and I would like to be gone by then.
How boring.
Not here. Here, we're fine.
What do you want to do? Just live your whole life just sitting in the back seat?
I've had a lot of action in 119 years. I don't know how you did it.
All right. Do you think people are free?
Let's go with a good idea. Hashtag system shock.
That's all of one. Now I can use one. What's system shock, guys?
Hey!
We're going to start with you, sir. Mm-hmm. There you go. I want you to head 3 towards your pilot.
Woo!
I want you to move 1 away from where you are now.
Mm-hmm.
There we go.
It's okay. It's Crash's comfort zone, baby. That's what I call that.
I want you to be 1 away from pilot, Miss James.
Oh.
You're going to be exactly in the middle. And you are going to be one away from Avatar. System shocked. That should liven things up in the room a little.
Yeah. Oh my. Hello.
No, that was fun. He just nudged me. Little guy nudged me. Get over there, you little sucker.
What?
Mm-hmm.
What?
King of the gods.
What just happened?
Oh.
Okay. What, you want to talk? Talk.
Oh, I'm...
He has literally nothing to say.
Okay.
Well, okay.
Don't worry, strange and powerful beings. We are not your enemy. You feel me?
Yes.
More than I'd like to.
We're all buddies. And since they're all buddies and we're all buddies, we can all be buddies. I think that's cool, right?
Okay, yes. Well, and we're... For the next... however long we're still alive. Yes, we can be buddies. We have an ulterior motive. The pilots have another motive.
Mm-hmm.
And since we're all out here talking about this now, can we figure out tragedies?
Right, you've got a thing on your little world that has a problem with a.
Well, we have to find
big
a
bad.
thing, and we have no idea what it is, what it looks like, where
I
it
can
is,
help you
what
with
it
that.
consists.
Would it be
I
the
can 100%
Bifrost,
help you with
maybe?
that.
Oh, how? In what way?
King of the gods.
So, can you tell us what it is?
Absolutely. You gonna help me with this Bifrost thing first?
Question.
Absolutely.
Could you find it faster?
Well, I could certainly give it a go.
Mm-hmm.
Give it a go, or...
Oh, me.
You think so?
I disagree 100% on
Mm-hmm.
that. Tell you what, I'll go ahead and look into this myself, and then we will figure out where to go from there.
All by yourself?
Yes.
Yeah.
So, item.
Mm-hmm.
Strange item, out of place, useful elsewhere.
What do you call the little guys that live in you?
Pilots.
Okay, that's what he was saying. I thought that was a stupid name. Because it makes it sound like they're driving.
You know, generally speaking, we are.
Whoa! But Amen Ra! What's going on? Is that you?
Yes, and.
Oh my God! Did they find a mortal that was a bigger dork than you to put in you and drive?
Yes.
Unbelievable! Woo!
Gods, this is exhausting.
So, pilots. We've just agreed on that name. We're sticking with it.
Yes.
I could decree that it's different now if I... Not... Oh, I guess that's not a thing. Okay, he's saying
Could you
not a
decree
thing.
that?
I absolutely could decree.
Interesting. Who would people listen to more?
Well, it depends. Those who are in the know.
Interestingly,
would listen to me.
your brother managed to kill me last time by getting us to argue just this way. So are you working for him this time?
No.
Okay, then. Maybe don't try and stir shit between us. United front, right? All right.
Okay, so who's finding the item then?
Yeah, can we get back to
The
that?
item. Well, at least the item that I think that you want, based on what I'm understanding of the situation, I can help you find. But you and your little friends have to help me.
Absolutely.
So,
Bifrost first?
we take care of my stuff, our stuff, since we are all fighting for the same purpose, at least on the immortal side of things. And I promise I'll help your mortals with their little thing too.
I'm just curious how dangerous that's gonna be.
Oh, incredible.
Incredible, yes.
Yeah, incredible.
Suck it up.
If it's the thing I'm
Thanks,
thinking of,
Mom.
we're all in for a world of shit. But it's also going to help out what we all need to do anyway.
Oh,
Darling, if it goes poorly, doesn't it go better for you? Isn't that how it works? So even if it goes really poorly, you'll be fine.
Who?
My daughter.
you do make a compelling point.
I always make a compelling
The
point.
more shit that happens to you, the better shit goes for me.
Okay. What do you want me to do about that?
I
Do
want
you
you
want a better
on the
power? You
front
should have had a
lines,
better
and
Yeah, most of my kids are just super strong and can fly.
Fortunately.
Yeah.
Wow.
I got one
Some
kid
of
that
us
can shoot
get it
lightning out of his
done.
mouth. That was stupid.
Some of us get it done without Zeus as a daddy. All right.
You need to be adopted? I'll adopt you.
No. No.
Just saying. If you need a daddy.
No.
We can talk about this later.
No.
You know, the number of times I've agreed with you just went up by 1.
Yes, it was 0. Now it's 1. Bonding. Getting
Progress?
there. Progress.
And if we want to go that way?
Oh. Oh no.
So, Loki, Chastity, Morrigan, Steve, I guess?
Wyatt, but Amon-Ra will be fine.
That's just nuts. It's you, but it's not you.
Yes,
Wow.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
Oh, sorry. You're his best friend, so I shouldn't talk to you like that. This kid is hilarious.
He thinks everyone is his best friend.
Yeah, no, I'm
You
getting
get
that.
used to it.
Is he, you know...
Terminator 500 bonus 50. Welcome to the extended Olympian family. Loki, you are now the mother-in-law. Hashtag have attack.
Damn!
Oh, God. Woo. There we
Looks
go.
like it's going quite well.
Unless Zeus
Yeah, that's fine.
adopts both of us, in which case you'll be my mother, father, brother, sister.
There have been weirder things to happen than that.
Oh, yeah, no, I've made like 3 of them.
He's involved in it. Yes. It's kind of a repetitive thing.
So, fun fact, she might kill us all before we get very far. So
Yeah.
let's...
That's why we have her here. Do you guys remember how this goes? We have a step-by-step plan.
do.
The plan has not changed just because we've been dead.
Yeah, it was 13 years ago, so if you don't mind.
Could you remind us of the plan?
All right. We are going to overthrow the gods,
Right.
but not by overthrowing them,
Right.
which is why we need a trickster.
Right.
You see, obviously we're going to need to rise up against them, form some kind of rebellion. We had one going. We have to find at least the remnants of that. But we can't even start looking for them because everywhere that we go, they can go and send an army after us.
And go there instantaneously.
Right. So, we have to take out the Bifrost. And it's got to be pretty much just us.
Okay, so how do we do that?
Well, it's a bridge. I thought maybe we'd just blow it up.
We'll take out some of the pylons. It'll be great.
It floats and is made of a rainbow.
Yes, I was being
Supposedly.
sarcastic.
Is that real, by the way? Is it really made of a rainbow? And this Heimdall guy,
Right.
Very problematic.
like he can see you wherever you are.
Anywhere.
Great, so that's what we're going to base our plan on.
Come again?
We got to make him look somewhere else so we can sneak in.
So who's the biggest annoyance to Odin and...
I mean, truly.
He may hate me more, but as far as being able to get under the guy's skin, nobody has been able to do it like you.
Thank you.
I don't know if that was a compliment, Mom.
It was.
It is a gift.
You have a
I
special...
heard a rumor. You have to tell me if this is true or not. I heard you started being Lady Loki because you knew Odin wouldn't just outright punch a woman. Is that real?
Indeed. He will not punch a woman.
What a sexist. That'll knock the shit out of you.
Very
Would you like to try?
No, God, no. God, absolutely not.
Follow-up question, what would you use?
Let's see, off the top of my head. The top of my head.
Yeah, I think you've really moved on.
Oh,
Why
no.
he hasn't fathered any children lately.
450 years and counting. Well, 463 now. Since
Do
I
they
was-
give chips for that?
They do not. I think they do for gods who die more often than me. There's like a little comeback special you get or something. Don't know. Only have died twice.
463-year chip.
Nice.
Congratulations.
Thanks, buddy. God of creation. He's the god of this. Did you know that? Stupid thing to be a god of. Anyway.
Well, one of many.
Right. You're also the god of this coffee cup.
Who knew that
Indeed.
the god of creating life in all of its basis forms would be you?
I aim to please. Sometimes I miss. Often I miss.
So if I like knock somebody up, does this chip just go away?
Yes, it would cease to be instantaneously.
Would it find its way into the creation myth of that child? Like, would he have, like, you know, I don't know, a chip in the middle of his forehead, and it's his greatest weakness, if somebody hits it, he dies?
Well, this is Amun-Ra. If it's one of his kids, it's probably going to have some sort of weird animal head. And if it's one of my kids, it'll have some sort of weird animal bottom. So.
Yeah.
You know what that means.
Nothing like
Between
a
the
Zeus
two
animal
of
bottom.
you can make a real animal.
Yeah.
A whole one. No, now I'm thinking about it.
So, how are we supposed to distract Heimdall?
Well, you have to give him something to look at.
Oh, God, why did I think of that? God.
Well, he's like your cousin or something, right?
Oh! Invite him to the family reunion!
No!
She'd have to get an invitation to that first.
Fact.
I mean, if we throw our own family reunion.
You think you'd show up? I don't. I think I'd say, hey, come over for tea. You'd be like, fuck you, Mom.
You say that to your mother?
She does.
Have you met my mother?
Yeah, no, I did, like yesterday.
Yeah. So you get it.
I
It's
think
a loving fuck you.
This is why I don't have kids. Not anymore. I mean, except for all of the hundreds that I've had already.
Right. But after that.
After that, 463 years. Do we count the dead years?
I think so.
So, idea. What if Morrigan just showed up at Asgard? I mean, it'd be pretty distracting.
Right, but if she's on Asgard already, then won't Heimdall just be fighting? I mean, we want him to look. We're going to Asgard, so wouldn't we want to look him to look away from Asgard?
Okay, alright.
That makes sense to me. Yes.
Alright.
So, do we have any friends left?
Hmm?
I'm asking you.
Oh.
Besides a scattering of small cells across the world, the majority of your chosen support and powerful support are currently being held in Foul Hall or the Pit.
And we can't get to them until the Bifrost is gone.
Oh, you could, but...
We could, but they'd be on us so
Well,
fast.
okay, if we can't take... Can we move Heimdall? Just snag him? Put him somewhere else?
Controlling the Bifrost makes that very difficult. Whereas plane shifting power for a god takes effort, the Bifrost takes no effort, so in the end it's the god exerting themselves and Odin and Heimdall not exerting themselves. And that ends poorly for us.
Okay.
So, Odin uses the Bifrost to move the armies
Move anyone, anywhere.
Anywhere. So I could be Odin and go to Heimdall and say, move all these people over here. Right? Maybe?
I mean, it wouldn't be the
You know,
first
this
time
was
you'd impersonated him.
great getting to know you again.
Keep
See
it
you in
better.
13 years.
Yeah, that does seem like kind of certain deathy.
It might be somewhat helpful, it all depends on, but the Vanir Guard never leaves Asgard, and they do not answer to Odin, so they answer to Asgard. That's why they're not running around Earth trying to hunt you guys down right now. He gave them the order and they told him to screw them. They told him to screw himself. So.
What is not on Asgard that Odin really likes?
Lots of things.
Pick one.
You.
What are his favorite things? Thor.
Dead.
No.
Not dead.
No.
Not dead.
Dead.
God damn it.
But probably in Asgard healing.
That would make sense.
But if he had somewhere else to be urgently and was going into some sort of certain danger, we could lead him away and Odin would want Heimdall to keep an eye on him. Especially if he thought he was going after us.
Are you saying I used life drain on Thor and it didn't work?
Oh, no. It worked really good. I've never seen that happen to a god before. I don't think he's recovering anytime soon. But what I know about Thor is if you call him out, he's going to show up.
That is a fact.
Especially if you knock around one of his kids first.
Well, and we've already
We
knocked around
have
3.
so many kids to choose
There are a lot
from.
to choose from.
Can we collect all of them in one place?
Who's his favorite,
Kid.
not
His
kid.
favorite?
I'm not worried about his favorite kid. Who's got the most of his kids?
Who has the most of his kids? The most of Thor's kids are in Mars Legion.
Right. But who had the
Ah,
most of his
had
kids?
the most of his children. That one, I'm not sure off the top of my head. The average is 3 per wife.
So we... Any expecting?
Yeah, he has an arranged marriage. Hang on.
Ooh. Bit old-fashioned.
So, in order to keep the pantheons together, Thor is married to one
Zeus,
of
the
your
man
offspring.
inside you, is who you need to help you be what you're trying to be. Please don't squash him. Too many people have done that to him already. Crash, stay with it. You're doing fine. You're still the best part of your avatars. Hashtag Crash Buff.
You're so
Thank you, Monty.
He's actually supposed to be in an arranged marriage with one of your offspring, Sobek.
Ah, yes.
To keep the pantheons together. It is not a particularly romantic or nice marriage.
No.
He's married to Sobek?
If there's one thing I can say for certain, the lizards, it never goes well.
She would be his most prolific producer because it's kind of that's her thing.
Is she expecting currently?
She's producing currently.
Producing.
Oh, she fought one like it with eggs on a wall. Oh, she did it. The one inside. There were eggs like Sobek.
That's right.
And blew them up. Oh, that's fun.
Okay.
Reverse
short
birth of
that,
eggs. No.
With the... Oh, yeah.
Wow, Andy's way too excited about that.
Yeah, what...
Okay.
Little Jackson boy isn't too not excited about it either. I don't think we want to go with the egg crushing bit, though.
Yes.
I was
Sure?
just thinking we
can make a whole production out of it. We could
That's
put you
what I
in
wanna do.
snowshoes.
Great. That's what
And you
I
can just go crashing
No,
through
I want to make an
eggs?
actual production out of it.
Oh my god, are we putting on a play?
I think so. We just make it look
Can
like
I
she's
play
an
Thor?
imminent
That
danger.
would really get him riled up.
Oh.
I can go blue.
Oh.
Well, we know Thor is weakened. Who are his biggest rivals as far as romantic?
You.
I'm gonna woo me some Sobek.
There is a certain symmetry to that, yes.
Oh.
It used to be your brother, Poseidon, but when he took off in
Right.
the 1400s and nobody's seen him since,
Oh, I know where he is.
he stopped being the heartthrob of the gods.
I could go visit him and tell him that I heard on the street you are trying to seduce Sobek.
Oh no, I was just gonna tell him. Like, we show up with one of...
You being forthright is not exactly in character, though. Like, we need Hera to find out about it from
Hera
somebody
is
else.
a bit dead.
Yes, no, I understand that. I'm just saying, from history, you tend to hide these things, so it's better coming from someone else.
Yeah, that's the old me. We don't do that anymore.
Yes, but does Thor know the new you?
Yeah, he met the new me real up close and personal right before he knocked my head off with that fucking hammer. From
But
behind.
your legend lives large.
Yeah.
I just said that.
And it gave me power, so thanks.
Oh, you're welcome, Daddy.
So, where's your daughter like to hang out?
I can find right where Sobek is. That won't be an issue.
Oh, she's in Egypt.
No.
Great. So we make it look like we go to Egypt.
There we go.
This is where the pit is located. She actually administers the pit, which is the prison/zoo for the wonderful, monstrous, and mythical creatures. The wealthy can come and see them, in addition to being a great place to hold them captive.
Well, and that's a possibility as well. If we can disrupt the pit, one more thing for them.
We're going to have to disrupt the pit eventually anyway.
Absolutely.
I fear we are going to make enemies of your daughter before this is through.
There is the complication that Set also resides there, all along with his 2 offspring.
Which means it's not a great idea for us to go there.
Yes.
What if someone went there who looked like us but wasn't us?
That's exactly what I was thinking,
Oh,
Loki.
if only someone could do that.
Oh, you can.
I can.
So let's get a few of the chosen together who are loyal to us, and we get them over to go over and put on a play. We promise them
They're
a little.
going to die.
No, they're going to be captured and taken as prisoners of war. Most likely.
Most likely.
And they're not going to be directly attacked at first because people are going to think that they're us.
Mm-hmm.
Well, him and me.
Mm-hmm.
It's a great idea.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
So, do you know how to get a hold of any chosen? Because Immortal's not going to be able to hold up the glamour for very long and doesn't know what we act like.
You can probably get in touch with a couple of them. There are not many left that are free.
Oh, I could call some of mine. Do you have one of those smarty phones?
Smartphone, just smart.
No? Okay.
I don't know how to use one of those.
Right, okay. Who am I calling?
One of the few that's still out is Sharon the Centaur. Sharon is still out.
Oh, he could be
Jason the
both of you.
Seventh
He has
is
enough
one of
legs.
your offspring
Oh.
that's still around.
Great. He doesn't have a horse's ass. That'll be very helpful.
He just is one.
That may be true. It's been a long time. We don't talk much.
In fact, Jason the Seventh is the only one of the chosen Argonauts that's not currently held in foul in Antarctica. He's one of the few that's been able to stay on the run.
All right.
I'll call him. Jason!
You summon Jason. That's the 7th, by the way, for anyone counting.
Thank you. Yes.
Which, a minor complication for yourself. You and Jason had a thing for a while that didn't end well.
Oh, didn't end well, and whose fault was it?
Totally his.
There we go. It's always his fault.
He is his father's son.
Uh-huh.
Dude, I'm right here.
Yes, so you know.
Father?
Son?
Just for funsies, I like snap like an illusion of Medea up, just for like funsies.
Stop that.
Sorry.
Where?
How you doing, boy?
Better now. I was sleeping in a ditch trying to not get caught by the secret police.
Gotcha. See, look, I saved you. A
Yeah.
boon!
You're welcome.
Yeah.
So, good news, everyone.
Hey, buddy.
So we need something
Yeah.
big.
Hi.
Hi.
Good to see
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not, though, is it?
How is she in bed?
Wow.
That's your kid.
I'm curious.
So am I, but I didn't ask out loud, did I? Damn it.
Admirable restraint.
Hello again!
Hey! Okay.
That's great news.
Perfect. So where were we?
How you were in bed?
Changing
Oh
the
my
subject.
God.
Let's change the subject. I weirdly don't want to know. I do.
Let's put it this way. Good
Let's
enough
not.
to get him
Dad,
in the first
what
place.
can I do for you?
Not in
Not
front of my
good
kid.
enough
All
to
right,
keep
so,
you from playing a fool.
I need you to go hit on Sobek in my likeness. Like a lot. Like if you can get to at least second base, we have something to work with. Also, probably going to prison for this.
Alligator head.
Yes.
Yep.
Crocodile. Sorry, crocodile.
Yeah. Alligator. I can't really tell the difference.
I hope you like tea.
Oh, we're gone.
Damn it. That was so funny. Someone go
Oh,
get
back.
the
Hello?
very extra virgin rubber.
Hello?
Okay.
Oh, good.
Ah, lovely.
Yay!
Back again.
I was so worried.
Don't say for now. Don't curse
Don't
it.
do that.
No more cursing it. So yeah, what did I say? Right. I need you to go hit on Sobek. The one with the teeth, yes.
Okay.
Look, I just need her to think that you are in Egypt and are trying to do her. You don't even have to be in the same room. You could hang out in Egypt if you could escape before they get there. I just want them thinking that you are there.
Let's
and then
put
I need
it
you to
this
lead them on a
way.
little chase.
You
That I can
owe
do.
I know.
me. You owe me.
What does he owe you? An orgasm.
For starters.
Say when.
Can I go now, Dad?
No, we have to have a
You mean to
montage.
Egypt?
Yeah, please.
Absolutely. Shazam.
I got to change it first.
It's taken care of. He can change himself. He has a glamour.
So now we get to watch James be Jason
Oh,
and
no, you do
seduce
not.
a crocodile.
No, we just have to. Hope.
That's the love of off camera.
We'll know. We'll know when it started working because I guarantee you there will be a thunderstorm.
We'll just see it like in our mind's eye. It works.
It
I
is
didn't
only
wanna
a
watch
matter
anyway.
of time. Now, what does the rest of that plan consist of?
Well, we are waiting, obviously, for something to happen there, which we're hoping when he goes running, Heimdall will keep his eyes on him to send, many shock troops, and that's when we're gonna hit there, and then we're gonna
Plane ship to the Bifrost?
plane ship to the Bifrost.
To Asgard?
And see if we can blind that old bastard.
And then get the bridge breaking.
I'll do some baking.
Now, because you set him up for it, I'm going to have you go ahead and roll a couple of dice for Jason over there to see how successful he is.
All right.
We'll see how long or if this works at all.
He has 8s, I assume?
Yep, use 8s for him.
What are we trying to do first?
I think we're going for persuasion based.
We're going for contact, right? We gotta
He's
gotta
going
make
for some
contact.
persuasion based. And then I'm going to need a power usage from Zeus for the glamour assistance.
That is not a problem at all.
Nice.
I beat it by like 14.
So it is a perfect likeness of you. And how well was the persuasion roll?
On that, I rolled a 9.
A 9, which is very, very good. It doesn't take long before you are aware of a very large, shouldn't be there storm brewing over Egypt. It's pretty substantial. A lot of thunder and lightning is already present.
Son, tell her her egg sac looks very ample.
And this whole time you've been listening to Zeus give very disturbing advice.
Yeah, that's probably the best he talked dirty to anyone, so.
Be sure to compliment the
Will
scale.
Will
She
you
digs
cut
that.
the kid a break? He thought he was supposed to be a hero. And it turns out he just, had some decent genes and some genetic bad habits.
Mm-hmm.
It's not his fault. He's one of the only ones I got still alive, so I love him. He's my kid.
Do you though?
Yeah. I love my children. Do you?
No.
That's gotta hurt a little though, right? I'm telling you. Adoption papers, I got them.
No. Okay.
I mean, it's a pretty nice beard. Talk to me a little more.
Bingo! I don't have bingo yet. Sorry, that was
You can't just say
that was
bingo.
that was a thing on my bingo board. I'm so sorry.
All
No
right.
one's giving the system. I don't know what you're talking about.
So the storm's coming in. We'll know when he's on the run because I'm gonna scry him.
Aha!
Or at least, know his general position.
Oh, yeah.
Gun to the scout.
You are very aware of his position. He is definitely in pursuit of what he thinks is you. He's not doing so well. He looks like old Thor right now.
Yeah. He's probably messed up.
Looks like old Thor is the only way you could really
But
describe
Odin's gonna want to get him back into Asgard as soon as possible. So
it. It looks older than Odin, old Thor.
well, that's what happens when the Morgan.
It kind of almost hurts to watch when he's, moving on? Do you feel like he's
Man.
gonna like break an
I'm
ankle
enjoying
or
it.
something, or the arthritis has got to be kicking in? It just-
I was about to say, remind me never to get in a fight with you, but then I looked at you and reminded myself never to get in a fight with you.
Yes, it's a good call. It's a
Oh
good
man, that is no way for a god to be. You know what I'm saying? He looks like a raisin with a wig.
He's.
It's not a bad description.
All right, well, if Heimdall's not looking, there's not something interesting enough happening. So, you know, maybe.
It is your best guess. And there's no way to know if he is or isn't looking, but so far everything has been proceeding according to your plan.
Can I just do a quick teleport and find out?
It's kind of the cat's out of the bag the moment you do.
So let's go together, shall we?
Absolutely.
I will stay here. I'm
I imagine
happily
you-
gonna stay.
I imagine your teleport, since we're going to your realm, will be the cheapest.
I assume it's one of my moderates for a group, or is it a major?
Yeah, it will only be a moderate for you to go to Asgard because it is a native plane for you.
Right, but I also have rapid as a major, but to get them with me.
You can do it as a moderate because it is Asgard.
Great.
I mean, if he's
It's like going home. It's easy.
if he's looking for us, can I just teleport myself there and go into my crow,
You are a hell of a distraction.
but like not visible, like teleport there to.
The problem being they can kind of see through things like that most of the time.
Yeah.
It's without
Especially
powerful
Heimdall.
illusionary
Especially
magic.
Heimdall.
And especially, yeah, Heimdall you don't really trick. I mean, even Loki's only pulled it off once or twice.
Not
Just
for
got
lack of
called out
trying.
in chat.
Yeah, you did.
Just got called out.
It's okay. You deserve it.
What did you get called out for? I missed it.
I got
Nothing.
called out for flushing my keys down the toilet.
Oh no!
On game night, when I texted Christian this very long, I'm sorry, I'm an idiot text, and his response was laughter, like, man, you just flushed your keys down the toilet, everyone.
It's true.
Well, I was like, I stopped playing the game for a second because I was like, and then I just like, it was the only possible.
I was
reaction.
laughing when it happened. I turned into tears, but I started as laughter.
That's the basis of your entire relationship right there, is that story. So.
Yeah,
It's like,
even though it happened days ago.
no, it explains who you are as a couple.
Yeah.
How you react to the situation.
Yeah. We laughed. We laughed a lot.
All right.
And yes, that is a Mark in the background. Hi, Mark.
Hi, Mark.
So let's go. Poof.
Now or never. All right, go ahead and give me a power usage over there.
My mom and dad are on my side. It's cool, guys.
Can you
Yes,
give me a
power
power
usage.
usage, please?
I'm on her side too, Mom and Dad, I promise.
Here.
Right by her side.
6.
Ooh, 6 on 18 is a critical success for the group.
Thanks, Mom and Dad.
Not only are you able to bring them into Asgard, but you bring them into a small wing within the palace that you know is scarcely used.
Okay.
Especially since, Mom's gone.
Yeah.
And it's mostly sheets are hung over all of the old mirrors, and she used to come here and do a lot of her sewing and creating of art and projects, and it's just been empty for a couple of centuries now. Dust is on everything.
We're here. Now what?
All right.
Well done.
Do some. Are we in? Where are we?
You're in the palace in Asgard.
Which is not quite the Bifrost. We gotta.
It would be up.
Right. So we gotta go up.
I'll strap on my rocket boots. Oh wait, I don't have those.
Why does that hurt my feelings when you say that? Why does that hurt my feelings? That shouldn't be a thing. I don't even know what that means.
Nothing.
Tell me what that means.
Nothing good comes from rocket boots.
Get a
If you
little
say so.
introspective. Ask your pilot.
All right. He said it's none of my damned business.
Then it's none of your damned business.
Apparently, it's private between him and his best friend.
You're his
Ah,
best
yes,
friend.
that one.
That's what I just tried to tell him, and he's just not having it.
I put a pair of rocket boots on his feet.
You put an approximation of what you think rocket boots would look like as an
Yeah.
illusion on his
Yeah.
feet. You have illusionary rocket boots on your feet.
These are actually pretty boss.
They are an actual boot with a small rocket behind them because I have no idea what rocket boots are.
Okay.
But when I said the word rocket to Rosie, I saw like a rocket.
I think this will definitely get us to stealth through Asgard. Sarcasm, I did it twice.
Yes.
Didn't catch it that time, did you?
Very well. No, I missed that one entirely.
You did it too, just then! Can't fool the god.
Oh. That hurt.
That was Zeus getting sassy, not Crash.
Crash hasn't even had a chance.
It's true.
It's true. It's very true.
Pax, I am being nice. I'm looking after Crash the only way I know how. Oh my god! I didn't even mean that one.
I know. All right, so here we are. So we just what? Jump out the window, walk through the palace, disguise ourselves as maids and servants. Oh my god, let's do that one. Sorry, I have a thing with servants. Not anymore. Like it's an old problem.
Yes.
Where's that chip?
That what?
That chip. Where's that chip?
I don't have it yet. Bam!
Chipton.
Thanks God of everything.
I do my best.
That's why we make such good partners.
All right, so you're going to sneak through disguised. We are as maids.
Well, what else would be acceptable here, Lokes?
Possibly guards.
Guards, servants.
Gods?
Guards.
I would love to be a lowly guard.
The only thing that I inherited
Also-
from my father was an R.
Can we be Valkyries? I love Valkyries.
I have a moral objection to making you a Valkyrie.
I literally invented Pegasus.
Yeah, no,
Just-
I know. Still, no. They have to be respected.
Yeah.
You are not.
No. I am respected.
No.
Yes, I'm king of the gods.
No.
Yes, in some circles.
But one of us could be the guard in charge, and then the rest of you could formation, and we could just walk down with our spears.
Okay, we can be guards.
Also, get to
What about birds? I do eagle really well.
Just say
How's your
this
raven?
It's good. It's not great. It's good. It's good. It looks like a black
reminder.
eagle.
Quick
so-
reminder. There's two. He's got two already. They fly around all the time. They're kind of like on it. They'll check out a new bird. No, it's not a bird.
Hey, like me, I'm
So
always checking
guards.
out a new bird if I can, right? Hey!
They've got
That's
helmets.
the
Where's
old
that
me.
chip?
That's the old me.
Where is your chip?
It's gone.
Why are you so concerned with the chip?
It's
She thinks of it as a
shiny, I
shield.
like it. Also that.
That's not a real thing.
So, guards.
Are you calling the guards?
No, I told
No,
you
we're
one.
being guards.
Got it.
Have a
We're
very nice
guards.
helmet. It's a very nice helmet.
grief.
It hides most of your face. You look very attractive.
I really feel uncomfortable right now, and I don't know why.
It's fine. It's fine.
The little man has a problem with my words a good half of the time. Sorry.
What words does
the
he have a
little man
problem
has a
with?
problem with the meaning behind my words a good half of the time. That's what he sounds like in my head. No. So is he like a little?
He's
He's very special to all of us.
absolutely.
Oh, well, I didn't know it was that bad.
Oh.
Whoa, neither did he. Now he does, though. He's pissed. Okay.
No, that was a nice comment. That was a nice comment. Bring him back.
Just saying.
Absolutely.
Just saying.
So, formation. I'm
Falling.
clearly the leader.
How do guards march? Don't they just stand there and lower? What are they? Just tell me what to do and I'll do it.
Stand next to Amon Ra and do everything that he does.
All right. Got that.
Hashtag hack attack for the next 13 messages. Zeus can hear the voice that reads out the donations. Time for some questions, folks.
Oh my
Oh my god!
They asked about that one during the week. I
Are those
pre-approved
just,
it.
are those just spoken messages?
Yep, they. As far as I was aware, unless that's going to be a change for it, what I was told was, or what I told them is that the voice that reads out. So they still have to do the standard thing. So
All right.
Zeus can hear the voice coming out of that box for the next 13
Ah, the
messages.
old Reddit AZA. I'm familiar.
What? That is amazing.
Thank you.
That's
Yeah, thanks, that's all.
Thank you. And
That's
everyone else who's about to
incredible.
ask him a question or tell him something, better thank them as well.
Let me just say in advance, you're welcome. King of the guns.
Don't be afraid to donate.
Yeah, don't be
This is
afraid. You've got
time.
13 different messages will be read. You've got time. Don't worry. Don't think them too hard because you don't have a tremendous amount of episode time left and you want those to have an impact.
Oh wow, we've
So
been
start
talking
getting
for a
those
while.
in there.
I want to do one.
And remember, you got 13, so you can just throw a few out in the beginning. You know, you don't have to worry now. Maybe worry when you get down to 3.
All right, everybody, we are here. I'm going to be guards. I'm going to stand next to Amun Ra. I'm going to do whatever he does.
Can I imitate what he does? I just want. It's gonna be like playing telephone.
Yes.
You know? I think this is gonna be fun. It's gonna be so
Right.
you do
So-
your impression of a guard, you do your impression of him impersonating a guard. I'm gonna do my impression of you impersonating him impersonating a guard.
No one will know that we aren't really guards if we all do impressions. That's such a smart idea to not get caught, not get killed.
Was that sarcasm?
I can't really tell with him.
I know.
It's all the same tone
No,
of
I
voice.
think this is a great idea. Okay, let's go.
The accent
So
doesn't give
you
to
and I
inflection.
are the only people here who have a brain. Excellent. I like you.
How many times have you died again?
Oh.
So
Far
many.
too many to count.
Definitely got the lead on the old board there.
But now I got a friend.
Hashtag crash buff Zeus. This is Merc. What happened to set off the rebellion? What happened that screwed everything up? Where, as they say, are the bodies buried?
In the ground.
Well, for
And
a
in
lot of
small
people,
children.
Merc, the rebellion started with Amun Ra. It's just that nobody really knew about the rebellion until I joined shortly after the advent of World War II, when Odin and his boys decided they could get a little extra juice from the mortals by aligning themselves with the wrong side of a particular world war.
Oh.
At that point, I'd pretty much had enough with all of the god shit and decided it was time to let the people be free. So there you go. There's your answer, Merc.
I've been hollering at him to do this for ages, but better late than never.
So there you go. It was about Nazis.
Lady Evelyn just kicked off. That's interesting. Okay.
All right. So, I'm a guard.
Guard.
Oh, R.
Guard.
I used to be an adventurer like you, but then I took an arrow through the knee.
Ah, suddenly Becker is here.
Oh, that is delightful.
Oh, that counts. That's going on the board. That counts. That counts.
Yeah.
Where's the break? Where's the break? Right there. Okay.
Hey, where is all the pickled fish? I've got this Asgardian thing down.
You're very good. Very good.
All right, so let's
It
walk.
actually isn't half bad.
We are walking casually through the palace. I guess up, right?
Yes.
And following them along, the only thing they just don't have the walk of being stuck up enough, which is you don't want to say it to them because of who it is. But they're not carrying themselves with the arrogance of Asgardian guards. They're just not. They look like mortal guards.
I have arrogance. I have arrogance.
In spades.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Does my cloak of deception go on other people?
No, it is self only.
You can only fool yourself with it? That's hilarious.
Her cloak of deception allows her illusions to work on gods, but they only work on herself, so that only herself can be concealed or
Oh, I see. That's
Glamour.
supposed to.
For example, if she alters your appearance with an illusion, it will not prevent a god from seeing through it if they have the capability of piercing illusions with their vision, which is not a guarantee.
Yeah, most gods don't have that ability.
This is correct.
Okay. So we're.
Hashtag MetaPoint Zeus. What is the object you think they need? What are you hoping Crash can help you with? And why won't you let him speak? Surely a god can share a soul and a mind. Especially a king of gods.
All right, that is 3 questions, correct?
It was messages, not questions. So that's 2 messages used.
2 messages, all right.
I'm
In
marking
which
them.
she asked 3 questions,
I know.
which I'm sure is completely above board. Look here, Peximo 84. I see what you're trying to do, and I appreciate it. Question 1. What is the object that I think they need? I am not going to tell you that right now on camera because they can hear me, and if I just gave that to them, they wouldn't do the thing that I need, maybe. Sorry. My needs are more important than theirs right now, so let's just say it's less an object and more a place.
Dick move.
There you go. The second question I can't see because it was a long time ago and it has not scrolled back this way.
Fine, give me a second. I can use this funky device here.
We can do it. We can use it.
Where is this
There we
funk
are.
device you speak of? What am I hoping the Crash can help me with? He's helping me, hopefully, get more in touch with my human side. At least that's what I thought he could do until I realized he does not relate to humans in any way, shape, or form.
Stop it.
And finally, why won't I let him speak? He doesn't have a lot to say. Also, he is naive to the ways of my world. And he's, how do you put it? A mere cosmic speck on the cosmos that is me.
Oh.
But not enough arrogance.
He has his share. He's pretty arrogant about 3 things.
Yes, I'm sure Amun-Ra was talking about Crash.
Am I not doing the arrogance right?
Oh, no, it's coming back around nicely.
All right. King of the gods.
It's
Well, there you go.
We got to that.
If there's any other questions, I'll be taking those. But
At this point, you have passed through several different hallways, working your way through. You even passed the very, very empty throne room hall.
Zeus, where are the gods who are gone? Where is Hera? Hashtag clarity.
Thank you.
all right, and I'm glad you asked this question because I don't technically know where all the gods who are gone have gone. Some have died. Some are being held.
I thought you knew everything.
In one of the
that's
one of the 2 major detention facilities for extraplanar beings on this metaverse, and maybe a couple of other places. The moon, I hear, is nice this time of year.
My dad just said he was your father.
Cronus. Nice to meet you. All right, let's see. Anything else? Nope. Good. So yeah, there's your answer.
You pass through the throne room, and it's very empty. Odin hasn't used the throne room in Asgard or even come back to it since Hitler.
What a shithole!
He's been very, very invested
Shithole!
outside of here. And you can tell that over the century or the decades that have passed that the servants have spent less and less time taking care of the throne room because why spend time cleaning a room that nobody's going to be in?
Things here that I could steal.
Nothing that you couldn't just make or have yourself normally. I mean, he's got stuff down in his vault, but if you try and go near his vault, you know that then you get the destroyer and all the other fun stuff, and yeah.
I'm just gonna peel some gold off the wall just because.
That seems like a great idea. We should rob the palace while we're here. Is that vault here?
Yes and no.
No time for the vault.
It's not.
The vault was destroyed.
That's a lie.
How can you tell?
Because she didn't activate her cloak.
I was gonna say it's because she's talking.
That works as well.
Her lips are moved.
Oh no,
You
that's
move along through the
terrifying.
throne room, and you get down to the upper floors where security starts to tighten up. There are a little less allowance of people.
Oh, I missed that question.
freely.
Hera's dead. I'm not
Yeah.
talking about the circumstances of that particular death. I didn't eat this one.
It's your fault, though.
Not
isn't
like the
it?
first one.
It's your fault, though, right? You killed her, right?
And you pass a couple of the guard feast halls, and then reach the secure floor below the Bifrost. Any passage beyond here you
Gargan
won't
Park.
be able to do as simple guards.
We will
You
not.
will not be able to do as simple guards.
Ah.
Access to
So
the
do we need to
Bifrost
be
from here is
fancy guards?
very restricted.
Terminator 500 bonus 50 was your wedding vow with Hera till death do you two part?
Yes.
Hashtag hack attack.
Yes, which is why we are technically not currently married.
In addition
She'll
to
be
being the
back,
access
though,
point
right?
to the Bifrost itself, it is the area where
She's
the
dead.
Vanir Guard, the Vanir Legion likes to hang out.
Oh, she's
Which
dead.
are
It's complicated.
essentially all of the really great and epic heroes of legend, but imbued with godlike powers.
Who are we talking about?
The Vanir.
Oh, the Vanir and the Aesir, right.
Yeah, the Vanir Guard are very different than most Asgardians. They owe their oath of loyalty to Asgard, not Odin.
Oh wow. That. Is,
Going after the Bifrost is probably going to put them in the
They
bad
don't
books.
have to know. We could lie to them. This is for the good of.
Excellent. You want to give it a go?
No, I'm not good at lying.
Loki, you are aware that Heimdall has just found you.
Oh shit.
You've got that feeling between your shoulder blades you get when he's looking at you.
Well, it was really nice seeing all of you. I'll see you all in 13 years. This has been very fun.
Oh, you can't handle Heimdall?
Who handles Heimdall?
So, if you were Heimdall, where would you be right now?
Behind you.
That's what I thought.
Roll initiative.
No.
Zeus, what's the meaning of life, the universe, and everything? Existential questions keep me up at night. Hashtag team up.
Team up!
I'm glad. Okay, so the question is, what is the meaning of life, the universe, and everything? If you don't know it's 42 at this point, you obviously need to do a little bit of reading.
Hashtag dance. Hey Zeus, the Morrigan might have a property that concerns events in the near future. Also, I'm apparently awful at spelling prophecy.
It's alright. Botched by bot made my bingo board happen. I got another
The
one.
Morgan does not even know her own destiny currently because she hasn't looked at it.
Oh.
And I don't think she wants to know. I've had my eye on her for some time. She's here for a reason. I'm not going to say what that reason is. Because again, I'm not going to get my favor otherwise.
Let's do some initiative, guys.
18.
Oh, boy.
I don't like that roll.
Nope.
I think it's stupid and wrong. I'm re-rolling it.
You're a god. Can you re-roll mine too?
Oh, that's a fun one.
Yeah.
Don't you have any juice saved up from last time?
I mean,
Unfortunately,
you've got
everyone kept
Patreon.
succeeding last time. But you do have a Patreon. Yeah, I'll
Nobody-
let you use the
nobody's
Patreon
doing
here.
it.
I don't have an issue with it.
Okay.
Otherwise, I've got one score so far, an 18 from Loki.
24.
24 from the Morgan.
It was about time.
I've got an 18.
An 18 for Zeus.
16.
16 from Ra.
11.
11 for Tragedy. And we've got two different ones over here.
Does that count as a critical fail for me?
No, it does not, because it is not a success fail roll.
I was just so hopeful.
We will be starting with the Morrigan.
Yes,
Heimdall is standing directly behind Zeus.
And we can see.
Oh yeah. You're not sure how he did it, but he's kind of known for that, like the Batman kind of thing. He's there. He's not there.
Idris Elba is just hanging out, like right behind Zeus. That's all you need to picture.
With a really big sword.
And a beard.
So like if you want
Oh
to
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Damn it.
Very bearded.
See, this is why I rolled the 11.
Too much beard.
just that beautiful, beautiful man.
Just
Mm-hmm.
This is gonna be a hard fight.
Okay.
So you start us off. And the piece here is probably likely that more things are on the way.
Absolutely. If I shape change into a murder of crows, exactly how many are there?
Hundreds.
Hundreds?
Yes.
Okay. So
It makes you exceptionally difficult to individually target and kill or hurt. Because there's just so many. They can knock down a dozen crows and what happens? Nothing.
So I feel like the question is, do we want...
It's whatever your health is, it's that number of crows.
Oh, okay.
That's a shit ton of crows.
That's a shit ton of crows.
That's 340 crows.
So does Heimdall want
She
to
has a little
face
bit of
down
health.
300 or 600 for 340 crows, or
There is a
one
lot you can
giant
do with
crow?
340 crows.
Yeah, no, it's a group. The what are they wearing?
Well, Heimdall is in Asgardian armor, and it's really a fancy and ornate suit. It's custom made for him. You know,
Ooh,
it's his
have him
fancy
shit
armor.
on
Suit and armor and helmet.
Oh yeah, the works. Very like elaborate and fancy. It's he like Loki is a fan of the big helmets.
The big helmet.
The big helmets. That make
Okay.
going through doors difficult.
Go for the eyes, boo. Go for the eyes.
I was gonna say, so I'm just gonna turn around and the guard becomes 340 crows.
That fills the entirety of the room. The
Mhm.
flapping of wings,
Oh,
the sound
God.
is everywhere.
Oh,
no one can
okay.
see.
Okay.
But
right.
you.
Right, and I want, and I can keep going, right? Because
Oh
it's
yeah,
just
that
shifting. Okay.
You just turned into crows. It's an explosion of feathers, and there are crows everywhere.
Yeah, crows everywhere. I want 100 to attack the helmet to rip off the helmet piece.
Okay.
I want 100 just to start defecating on him. Just because I feel insulted that we didn't see him sneaking up and he just appeared. That's not fair. Just straight up, and it's black. It's like it's like special poop. And then the rest special death poop. And then and then I want the last 140 to
pull
go
razor
after the
blade
sword
downwards.
and try to take the sword from his hands.
Yeah.
Okay. You gonna roll for each?
Can you give me a
individual
power
roll?
usage roll over there, please?
Yes. Oh wait.
You're
in the middle.
You're in the middle.
Oh,
so
you have
then we-
clarity. There's a moment of clarity.
Yeah, I'm going
Use
to.
it.
Yeah.
There are two in the
I
store.
forgot. I'm clarity.
Yeah, there's two of them, in fact.
Got it. So I'm rolling the 8s.
Oh, and I'm on Andy.
Okay, so
hell
that was
yes.
7
Andy's
on
plenty useful.
16.
7 on
know.
16 is
Yes.
a
Yes.
great roll.
Yes.
The crows
I know.
swarm all over Heimdall. Who is going next?
I would imagine.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Well, at least I've got some cover now.
You do. So while he makes his attacks on Zeus, he is not going to be doing so unimpeded. The blinding thing has no real effect on him, which is one huge advantage, but Crow's trying to take the sword out of his hand and moving the helmet around while he's trying to stab Zeus are really going to get in his way. In fact, they're going to get in his way enough, we're going to use 12s for this instead of 8s.
Oh.
Nice.
He's going after Zeus?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
He was standing right behind me.
Right behind you.
Right behind me.
Oh, okay.
He would always go after Zeus first if he got the chance.
That's why I was confused because I thought they were behind you.
They are all ridiculously high rolls with all of those crows pulling on the sword. Every blow is just... You've heard so many great things about this guy's skill in battle that it's kind of unimpressive.
How much did he fail though?
He's fighting the
He
Morrigan. I'm
failed
giving him
all
all the
3
credit in
times
the
by
world.
more than enough for you to get 3 ill luck points
luck
over
points?
there.
Great.
You have 3 ill luck points. Tragedy. 3.
Lovely.
I
Wow,
like
you
that.
missed 3 of them by 5 or more. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Hashtag clarity's use. While you can't reveal with the object is, can you reveal who left it? And what world it comes from?
Yes, I can. It was Zeus. This one.
All right.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, really?
Okay.
Do we need Jason?
Good question.
Do we need Jason? I
That was a
swear to
damn
God.
fine question.
That was a damn fine question. She always asks good questions.
I have 2 18s next. Loki and Zeus both have an 18. You can either roll or decide amongst
Zeus.
Oh.
Please, go ahead.
No, you first.
No, really, you.
All right.
An old-fashioned polite off.
Well,
It's
what's,
unusual in here.
It's the accent.
what's gonna happen
I can't
is
do British, so. I can't either. Oh, wait. Right. Sorry, I had that backwards.
right. No, me. So what's gonna happen is Loki's gonna teleport away,
Yeah.
and then Loki's gonna.
Where?
Don't know because Loki's instantly brought back. No, I said we were leaving. Cause she won't let me abandon them. So Rosie literally forces Loki to come back in.
Yeah,
to fight the battle.
Nice. Will you give me 2 power usage rolls back to back?
So a 7 that's the first one for Loki to leave, and then
Do I pull out my
that's
passport
an
now or
8
later?
for Loki to come back.
All right, and then what we're going to do, because the 2 of you are struggling so mightily in our head, is you're going to have your own individual system shock as a result of that. As you bounce around the spectrum, I want you to move over 3.
That's
Oh,
full pilot.
It takes everything you have to make Loki come back, and then you push Loki out of the driver's seat completely when you get back.
Excellent.
Zeus,
Wow.
there's something really weird going on with Loki.
Obviously at war with himself, herself, over the other little self. The pilot that can drive the god. Ridiculous.
Oh, Rosie!
Maybe not the best name.
I'm taking control of the situation.
Is that using a meta point?
Yes, it is.
Oh, that one is using a meta point.
Oh.
Yes.
I'm
Right.
using a meta point. And I'm just gonna. I mean, Heimdall is obviously under a lot of stress right now with fighting the goddamn Morrigan. And I feel bad for him.
Yeah, you could figure that when he saw Loki, he probably didn't expect to run into all of you.
Yeah.
Otherwise, he probably wouldn't have just, jumped in the room with 4 extremely dangerous gods. I mean, 1.
And the
fine.
Morgan.
That one, not so much.
Okay. So really what I'm hearing is you're referring to all of them as extremely powerful and he's not even faced by me, which I
Oh,
understand.
not at all.
Okay.
To him, you're an ant.
I'm not an aunt.
You are an
no
ant.
nieces, no nephews.
No, I don't think you understand.
Yeah, he's gonna get the old divine taser.
Yes.
I just- Clear.
All right, you go ahead and give me a power usage as you give him.
And I'm also going to. I think I should use my divine wrath.
Tell us about your divine wrath.
To add to it, it just adds a shitload of damage. Like it instantly slays mortals.
not mortal.
It can smite gods, but this is more to let him know to back off.
All right, will you give me a power usage roll to smite Heimdall?
I will. Power usage, yes. I will make it because I'm good at that.
By
10. 9.
9, which is amazingly enough, just barely enough to succeed when attacking Heimdall. That whole, seeing things coming.
Yeah.
Tends to give him a huge advantage. But he is just not quick enough with all of these crows crapping on him and pulling his helmet around.
Yeah, never start that close to me, bro.
In fact, the blow is so powerful that if it wasn't for his extremely high quality Asgardian armor, it might very well have.
Yeah, so it's 250 damage and stun.
Wow.
But it's also a major effort.
You are feeling a little bit of the effort, but Heimdall definitely felt that and is across the room and on the floor.
All right. Do the crows follow him?
He's kind of moved with them.
Oh, I see. Okay.
He doesn't really get to get away.
Gotcha.
And there's no place in the room where you could get away from that
Okay.
many of them.
Good.
There are so many that all of them can't even get to what they're supposed to be doing at any one time, so they're kind of calmly waiting their turn. Only so many can grab the sword at once, only so many can grab the helmet.
Yeah.
And anytime one of them slips, another one's in there grabbing in its place. And then they're all taking turns crapping on him.
Grabby, crappy.
That's tonight's episode name. Grabby.
I'd like to convert all of that damage to stun.
All of that damage to stun damage.
Yep.
All right.
Tragedy. When you lose control and you got no soul, it's tragedy. When the morning cries and you don't know why, it's hard to bear with no one beside you, you're going nowhere. Hashtag Andy Buff, no question here.
Oh, nice.
That's very nice.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
I'm trying to figure out what song to sing that to.
I think it might be a waffle.
When you lose all control and you lose soul, it's a tragedy.
Is that right? But I did hear the message. Okay, thank you for that.
Do not know why. Okay, sorry.
Yeah. That was the right.
Wow. The old Greek chorus in the head's going kind of crazy about you right now. And I don't know why, because you ain't done shit.
That's chorus. Okay.
Amon-Ra, you have a 16 in our next.
Yes. So, do I know where the bridge is from here?
Above and that way.
Okay.
It basically extends from the roof of the palace.
Great.
Up into the heavens.
Okay.
Calling it a bridge is actually a bad term. It's more like a ramp mounted on the roof because it doesn't connect to anything. It's always kind of bothered you that they call it a bridge. Right. I mean, what does it cross? Nothing.
Are we within inside of it?
It's above you, but you can't see it. Some of these can see through solid objects and can see it.
So, I would like to examine how this thing is anchored, how it's actually held to the building, to see what I can do then to.
As a
break
major effort, you can in fact pass judgment.
I'm going to suggest that the bridge is found wanting after, all the Nazi support. So yes, major.
Give me a power usage roll.
And I am
Are
going
you
to use one of
condemning
those.
a bridge? He's
Yes.
condemning a bridge.
Yes. And I am going to use one of those moments of clarity.
If he passes judgment, we can execute. Oh, yes!
So
that's what you want!
Good job, Rosie. I am so proud of you. And so is Phoebe. Let the ashes fall and start to rise. Hashtag Rosie Buff.
Weird. I heard that too. That's so weird.
You did. I'm marking them down.
So I beat that by 14.
Beat that by 14 is a
Monday is
critical.
proud of Rosie, in case you didn't catch that.
Oh. Rat, no thanks.
Whoa.
A success by 14 is in fact a critical success.
Damn.
Double
You
damage.
do, in fact, condemn this bridge, and while it is an extremely powerful artifact, not something that can just simply be brought down with words, you believe that you have shattered the wards that protect it from such magics.
Right.
Like glass. The bridge is full of self-doubt.
The wards are down. You're welcome.
Tragedy, you
Got
have an
that.
11.
Yeah.
And our next.
Sweet Jesus. And I'm fighting God.
Yeah, he's twitching on the ground like crazy at the moment, but knowing that Heimdall appeared means that there's probably going to be more Asgardians, Vanny, or trouble here any second.
Okay.
He's kind of like the opening salvo.
Right.
You should be stunned for a while.
No, I understand that. I'm trying to think of the things that I can do to slow them down.
You know, unlike, unless there are gods among them, the chosen or guardians or other troops who will need to fly, climb, walk, go through it. They don't just teleport around, especially with their teleporter. In a little bit of trouble.
I do teleport.
Amazingly enough, one of the weird things about the Bifrost, you can't teleport around with it inside of Asgard.
Yeah, that's very interesting. Great, wonderful. Is there a door? Like, what are they?
There are two entrances that from this room that go downstairs that like basically connect to the bottom floor below you. And they're the only two ways into this room, and there is only one way out up to the roof.
Cool, wonderful. In that case,
The majority of any reinforcements or trouble would probably be coming from below.
right, I understand that. Fabulous. In that case, I'm gonna block the passages. I'm gonna start pulling shit down and throwing them down the stairs to make a blockade. With my supernatural strength. Which
There we
he has. All right. Yep.
And he does, in fact, that. What? How much is that supernatural strength of yours?
It is 1 ton.
Hashtag clarity Zeusy boy is Crash the first person to try and share a soul with you.
Other than
Also tell Wyatt the watch came from the same place Zenda's basement did, please and thank you.
Who's a Wyatt?
That would be me.
Your
My
watch.
nerd, if
your
you will.
watch is from the same place that the basement is. Woo! I don't know what that means either. Let's see. That's this guy. Yeah, I guess. I mean, I was inside my father's body with my 5 brothers and sisters for a while. That's kind of the same thing, right? No?
That was a weird scene.
I mean, I guess this doesn't make any sense to me, I'm gonna be honest.
You go ahead and roll me against your body score, but your body score counts as double while you're using super strength.
Great. Wonderful. Oh, yeah, okay. I'm gonna make that pretty significantly.
How much of a success are we talking?
7.
By 7?
Yep.
You are able to get quite a substantial amount of masonry torn free and thrown down these steps. At the very least, it's going to slow down any advance of one of those flights of stairs. And
You're welcome.
the Vanir are next to the 9. They come from above, because that's kind of where they've been waiting. There are only 6 stationed there currently, though, of the entire Vanir Legion, though. Ragnar, Leaf, Sven, Hildy, Asa, Valley.
Oh, boy.
And they are coming in to fight. Valley has a bow and will be firing upon Zeus with it. Neither of those is successful against a god.
By how much?
Neither of them by that big of a margin. Asa with her spear tries to stab Loki and is successful. It is an Asgardian weapon, so it is an artifact and divine. It is a 60 damage weapon.
Or, I
I'm-
can use a couple luck points, and you'll have to re-roll.
You can.
I mean, I'm fine.
Are you sure?
Oh, yeah, no.
Okay, never mind. I'll hold.
60 is nothing.
Hildy is also going
10 is
after
a lot
you.
for me, but that's fine.
In fact, the Vanir kind of have a thing that they really don't
like you.
you. So they're, in fact, other than the one who shot at Zeus,
still-
all trying to kill you.
They're still
Bring
mad
it.
about that whole
It's funny for them because
Ragnarok
they
thing.
Yes.
they think she's in charge, but I'm in charge, so bring it.
Hildy succeeds once with the hammer and fails once, giving you a luck point because it's by 1/4. That is a 120 damage hit.
Still fine.
You sure?
Yup.
Okay.
Sven's failed both by 4, so you have 2 more luck points.
Great.
Ill luck points, it is important. And Ragnar and Leaf have 2 successes among them and 2 more points your way.
Okay.
Those are 100 damage hits.
Fine. I've got armor from Asgard.
This is true, and we are back to the top with Morgan, but before we do that one, because I've had one in the store, and you guys are a little more familiar with these characters, and I feel like I can get away with it.
Oh,
I want you to
God.
melt down for this round of combat.
Okay.
I had a plan!
So did I, but now that plan has gone to shit.
However, this is one time I'm going to be nice about your meltdown. You get to pick who you're trading with.
No!
No!
No! You
No, that's not
choose.
nice.
No, that's
You
not
choose.
nice.
That's no! No! Gee, no!
I mean, if that's the way you want to go with it.
I do.
Okay.
I guess we just pass it down. I don't.
Okay. All right.
Oh, here.
Oh. Okay. Oop. Here you go.
Who? Oh, yes.
So whoever's controlling the Morrigan is up first.
Oh, the likeness is stunning.
Right. Well, that's me. Oh.
You are crows.
It's a very good likeness.
We're good.
You are an entire swarm of crows.
I
at the
know.
moment.
I'm also reading a new character
Yeah.
sheet.
One moment.
Yeah. Okay. So cool. Murder of crows. Okay. Well, I can't hear. I mean, cool. Question.
Go for it.
The Bifrost River Road, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is that a living thing?
It is not.
Damn it.
Okay.
I was really hoping I could just like life it in road.
Oh shit, that's a good idea.
But that's not gonna work.
It has all these colors, and I am very
Yeah, I don't like the
absent
colors.
of color. I don't
like the colors. Okay, so I'm crows, and I'm successfully still attacking Heimdall. Correct?
Currently, at the moment.
Yeah.
He's not doing anything but twitching.
Because.
Zeus stung the crap out of him.
Yeah, which is great.
Be gone.
Right.
I
All
mean,
right.
that's not the worst.
Wait, what's not the worst idea?
I mean, is the helmet off by now? That was kind of where
Yeah,
I was.
is the helmet off?
Oh yeah.
Has the crows have gotten the helmet
I mean,
off
if you
yet?
if you
Is
you
he
know,
still
if you
holding
eat his
the
eyes and
sword?
take his
Oh, yeah.
power,
Absolutely holding the
Yeah,
sword.
we're eating the eyeballs. That's exactly what we're doing.
Oh.
But like
Eating Heimdall's eyeballs.
But honestly, that's only a
Okay.
job. That's only a job for like maybe 4 crows.
Oh,
So
you'd be surprised at how many it takes to rip out a god's eyeballs.
Okay, all right.
Ice
We're
balls?
ripping out the eyeballs.
all of his eyes balls.
All the ice balls.
Take that, eyes balls.
Ice balls.
Hashtag clarity. Hey Zeus, this is the metaverse. We gave Zenda his basement and you the gifts in Toyland. We're watching and we like helping almost as much as we like screwing around making your life difficult. If you really need something, ask.
Oh. Oh.
Technically, the wording is Zeus. Heard that. Would be
Ah, yes, that's
exactly
true.
what it is. Zeus.
What do you need?
Well, the bridge to no longer be functioning. I think that's foundationally what we need. I mean, that seems the first place to start.
And what is the fun if we don't do it ourselves?
Indeed.
You know about fun?
I heard of it. I have it. I'm the god of fun.
He's learned from watching me.
You're
It's
the
fine.
god
It's
of
fine.
fun. You're the god of
I am
fun.
literally the god of fun.
Oh, sorry.
I'm also the god of half-breeds, so lucky you.
That's more my thing.
I'm not a half-breed anymore.
No, but I am.
Oh my god, what are you doing? How dare
That
you?
is-
How very dare you?
I love it.
And I want it, Dad.
So good. Look how excited I am.
Oh, do it! Oh
She just
I have daddy issues.
absolutely may not. Absolutely may not, young lady.
I hate you.
Oh, that's fair.
See, that's why I stopped having kids.
Yes, I'm sure that's the reason.
Like you know, nerd.
No, don't do this to me.
Oh,
Heimdall
I'm the god
would
of
go
knowledge,
next,
why would I
but
know
he's
that?
busy getting his eyeballs eaten and twitching like a madman. Making Loki and Zeus next, and since Loki went first last time, it is now whoever's controlling Loki's turn. Loki, what are you going to do? All of the Vanir that are in the room are trying to kill you at the moment.
Wonderful.
I mean, you have like really screwed them over so many times. You get it. I mean,
Does it-
it's
I-
not
I
like
do.
it's uncalled
I do get
for.
it. I do get it. I do get it. I am concerned because I'm here as Andy.
Well,
and
I
not-
was quick
Yeah,
question.
use your
If she's
slider.
here-
Use
Okay,
your
okay.
slider.
Oh, okay. Well, that changes things a little bit. Although I have so many luck, I don't have luck points right now.
No,
Yeah,
you don't.
But man, you could use all those luck points to get a new daddy.
Ah, I know. I'm so excited.
That's
I'll
not.
finally be
that's not
tucked into bed at night and read
Hey,
stories.
No, I don't think that's the kind of daddy he wants
And
to
I'll be able to be financially dependent on someone else.
Oh, right.
I'm so excited.
Yes, great. Cool. So, all right. So sorcery is 20. Does that mean? Oh. I would love.
Loki is a
to
master of magic.
Create real illusions, and I know I'll be. Yep.
Metaboy!
Rolling with 12s without the what's it? In order to create numerous doppelgangers for it to confuse the guards of me. With me. Many me's.
Many use is in fact something that is on your sheet there that Loki can do. That is one of the things that Loki.
All right.
There are different levels of it. As you know, the true
Just the bridge.
duplicate is truly a true duplicate, which is why it is a major effort. It takes a lot.
What do you
Because
want?
It's an exact copy of you.
Oh. Right.
There are lesser versions, but when you do the true duplicate, that is a true duplicate of you.
Will it hurt if it dies?
It will die just like you do. In fact, one of the problems that arises is it's impossible to tell who's the real you when you do that.
So illusory duplicates then.
Yeah.
All right.
There are two lower levels than that. You know, you don't have to do. I'm just going to create a copy of myself. That's usually
Semi-real
reserved.
illusory duplicates.
Yeah,
So
that's
let's do
usually reserved
moderate
for when you're
power.
screwing with your brother.
Moderate power. Okay,
Okay,
perfect. Wonderful. And I'm rolling with 12s.
You do have moments of clarity in the store that could be used.
Oh,
there are
there's
3 of
clarity.
them.
Oh, let's use a clarity then.
All right.
All right, clarity.
Give
Let's
me
do
a
this.
sorcery roll and let's create some semi-real illusory duplicates.
Yeah, I'm gonna beat that. I'm gonna beat that by 18, not 18, 16.
Did you roll 2?
I did.
Ah!
Or no, sorry, I rolled 2 2s. I rolled
Roll
4.
2 twos.
Sorry, 16. I'm gonna beat it by 16.
Where there was once one Loki, there are now 17 Lokis. Yes. And they are so perfect that, in fact, none of you can tell the difference. I mean, you've seen him pull the trick with one before and not be able to tell.
No.
But 17 of them?
If you didn't think this was gonna drive her to daddy issues.
There's just so
That
much
is
more
beyond
mummy to
impressive.
Now you have daddy's
Zeus.
issues.
love. Daddy's issues.
I would like to examine, since the wards are down on the bridge itself now, I would like
It
to
is
examine-
vulnerable.
Yes, wonderful. Then I would like to hit as many of them as possible with a volley of lightning, calling down the lightning as only I can.
Upon the Vanir?
Upon the bridge itself.
Oh, upon the bridge itself.
Trying to target the...
Are you going to be using Divine Wrath with that?
I am going to be using Divine Wrath with that.
All
I
right.
might be a little sleepy soon.
You give me a power usage roll, please.
And I will also be using a moment of clarity.
Ooh.
Yes. Beat that by 9.
Nice.
Wow. You do have a Patreon bonus. I'm just going to throw that out there.
Yes.
You've got a 4-point bonus over there going. I
Let's
believe.
go ahead. Let's go ahead and do that. Well,
He's got a plus
would it
3.
be mine?
You have a 3.
Because
I'm
I'm
a 3
you
plus
got a
3-point bonus.
Yeah, because that'll
Okay,
get
so
it. That'll get
that
it
will
to
make it
critical
a
success.
critical success.
Yep.
So we will double the damage dealt. The skies over Asgard darken. They never do. They're
That's
always
500
clear
damage.
and perfect
Oh,
and
God.
bright. And the most furious, boiling storm cloud appears overhead, and lightning comes down. Not a single strike, not one large lightning bolt, but it literally rains lightning like the worst hailstorm you've ever seen.
I'm only
Individual
zapping when it rains.
bolts slamming down, and as each one impacts
Just
the
remember,
Rainbow Bridge
I fight
itself.
puns, not tragedies.
Sorry.
That's another one for the board.
What's that one?
Puns and dad jokes.
Oh, there it is.
That was 2 in one sentence.
Oh, God. Okay, sorry.
Each one of these bolts, where it hits the bridge, with the wards gone, it's like a solid piece of glass, and each one it hits breaks out chunks of it that just fly away in exploding, perfect kaleidoscope of colors. Again and again and again, and as each one of these hits and breaks this bridge apart, a rain of rainbow colors falls upon the citizens of Asgard below. And the Bifrost is destroyed.
You're welcome.
Whose turn is it now?
It would be Amon-Ra's turn at a 16.
I love that. That's beautiful. I would like to. I can duplicate the powers of a minor god or minor.
You can duplicate any god's powers.
I can duplicate any god. I'm gonna do a minor power duplication.
Okay.
I'm going to take the Morrigan's extra actions.
All right. Minor god duplication, taking extra actions.
I am going to.
I didn't know that.
As are Heimdall's eyes currently intact, or are they out of his body?
They are being removed. One of them is attached still, and
Great.
the other one's
I'm going to
being pulled
point
up.
that eyeball directly at me, and I'm going to look into his eye, and I am going to duplicate a major power from, I guess, Zeus, and I'm going to send him on a quest down the Bifrost, activating Haxor to find and bring back to Zeus one Butch Baker.
Ooh.
And only then may he activate the Bifrost again, if it manages to get repaired.
Ooh.
He's going on a little quest.
Ooh.
You get taking a power usage roll?
Yes.
Wow.
What?
Is that a 1 or is that a... Yes, it is. So it's 8 and a 1, which is 9.
I don't even know how to handle
That'd be,
what's happened.
that's a magic-based skill or a knowledge-based skill?
That would be a knowledge-based skill.
Knowledge-based skill, so I beat that knowledge-based skill by 11.
That is a critical success.
And hopefully enough to overcome his...
As a major effort, it is more than enough, mostly because I just built double ones for you over here on the 12-sided dice.
Thanks,
for that.
buddy.
So there's no chance of him resisting that one. You just gazed Heimdall. No one's ever done that before.
Yeah.
That's new.
Have a nice trip, my son.
Wait, so he has to go find Butch Baker and bring him to Crash Jackson? No, he's got. What
You
is
gotta
that
bring him
for?
to Zeus.
Zeus.
Zeus and Crash
It's an
Jackson.
impossible task. He'll be, looking. It's like counting sand, except he
Yeah.
can do that a lot faster. This is somebody he knows
Wow.
exists. So, because he has seen it through the eyes of the one true God,
Right.
Amun-Ra. The best God, the God of gods, God of that.
Travis, you're up. Your turn.
My turn?
Yes. Chaos is going on all around you. The Vanir are still here. They haven't noticed you yet, thankfully. They are trying to kill
This guy's
Mom.
ridiculously
Dad,
powerful.
Yeah,
Mom.
it's Luke.
Whatever. Same.
I mean, there's so many moms.
There are a lot of them.
There's so many moms. I kind of want to even out the playing field with the really big dad. But who is alive still?
There are several of the Vanir still trying to kill Loki. They have not stopped.
Are they killing?
They're trying to kill Loki. There's a
the
lot more
right-
Lokis
the-
now.
Yeah, the
There
right
weren't
one?
before, now there's a lot more. You don't really know yet. It hasn't really had a chance to have anything happen since there was just the one.
And how many are there?
There are 6.
There's 6 of them.
Mm-hmm. And there's 300 total in their legion, but only 6 are usually up on the Bifrost at any one time. No sense in keeping the entire legion sitting on the Bifrost. Though that might have helped them in this situation today. Might be a new policy change that happens in the future, who knows?
But what do the luck points do? Help me out here for a second.
You can use those to force rerolls. Or make rerolls.
Make re-rolls.
So if you didn't like your roll or you didn't like somebody else's roll, you can make them roll it again.
By just 1 point for
Depends
one
on
roll.
each what they do. And there's a brief little description there how each of the points
and-
work. Like using them on other people is harder than using them on yourself.
1 luck point, 2 luck point, 20 care for okay, so 2 for another person, just 1 for me.
Yep, it's a lot easier for you to affect your own luck than other people's.
Okay. And I have this dagger, correct?
You do.
Asgardian dagger. 50 damage. These things are probably pretty big.
Well, every little bit helps, right?
Yeah. Or do the guards have helmets?
Oh yeah,
These
they're
days?
in different, like heroic looking outfits. They're like they're heroes of legend.
Oh yeah, no, I want to explore
different
where to
stuff.
cut them.
Yeah, each one's got their own unique like armor outfit that they wear, very individualized. They're all famous heroes.
Okay. What I would potentially like to do is I'ma ride it, and I'm gonna ask to team up with Morgan so I can like stand on a couple crows and just do a flyby throat slashing.
Wait, you're gonna ride it?
I'm gonna ride it.
But not Andy.
I know.
The
Andy's
bingo
not riding
card
it.
is Andy rides it.
But I'm half Andy.
Yeah, not even good.
You're half Maddox.
I-
You're still Maddox. You're just in a different avatar. Not a bad
I
plan.
think it's awesome.
It's a
I
great
think it's
plan.
awesome.
Do it.
There is a
I
team
don't know
up.
how.
Do it.
How do
There
I go?
is a team up.
Well, there is a team up, but I don't know how to get to.
Okay.
We can do the
okay.
team up.
We could do, yeah.
I mean, I can use a.
So
card
wait,
and
I'm
then-
sorry. This could be
can
a
just say-
tragedy and Loki
Jess.
bonding moment.
But instead, she chose the one.
You are
No,
you
you're right.
usually play the Morrigan. I am the Morrigan. If you use the team up, does that mean she just uses her turn for next round and I get my turn again?
Yeah, because you're Loki. If we go back,
What?
You're using
I'm
both
using
your turns.
I'm using my turn and my turn.
Oh,
Team up uses both your turns.
Yes,
Okay,
you
uses
have
both.
both your
Okay.
turns.
Yeah, I was
For
trying.
this round.
Worth a shot. I've already gone this round though.
Oh, then she can't team up with you anyway.
But she's the last person. She can't team up with anyone.
Oh.
Don't use team up then.
I don't use team up.
Don't
All right.
use team up.
Save the team up.
Well,
Okay.
okay. But piloting is a thing that you have.
I mean, these are
Can you pilot
these
some
are-
crows?
These are some crow. I mean, the crows are ravens. I mean, if
They're
there's
crows.
they are crows. These
They're crows.
Well, you
strong
have
ass crows, though.
gambling, so you know.
I'm gonna gamble my ability on how to ride a crow.
I mean, it's.
Bet I can ride that crow.
Exactly. There.
Right, I'm gonna
that's
ride
where,
it. I'm gonna ride it. I'm gonna ride some crows for flyby throat slashing with my Asgardian dagger.
The deadly fly-by throat slashing.
All right, will you give me an athletics roll followed by 2 fighting rolls? And if you don't like your rolls, feel free to use those
I
left
know
points.
them again. Okay,
Yep.
I'm not gonna use the cleric.
Murder survey.
Oh man, 212.
Murder surfing.
No
But you
meta
have luck
points.
points.
I do.
Yeah.
Okay, those are really big dice though.
Let's see what happens.
Do you have a?
Boom, boom, boom.
Do you have not a
No
buff?
No buff. I would use Maddox buff, right? I
Yeah.
would use mine. Yeah, I don't have. I haven't had one for a while.
Pilot doesn't change in the meltdown.
Yep,
Only Avatar
exactly.
does.
Okay, so what am I doing first?
You're gonna do an athletics check
Okay.
first.
Oh, come on, Maddox, come into the athletics. Oh, I beat it. I
There you
beat
go.
it by 5.
Good
There you
enough. Crow riding is now happening.
Crow riding. And then I'm going to do fighting.
Yep,
roll,
I
you
need 2
said?
rolls of fighting.
Okay.
2 different fighting
There you go. Slasher.
Stop.
8 on 16.
That's a success by 8.
Why are you rolling better with my character than I do?
Stop.
Stop.
16.
2 successes.
Bang.
You cut deeply into both Asa and Valley on your flyby, and Valley
Like
takes
right in the
a knee
jugular.
from the cut and is no longer going to be firing her bow. She's going to be trying to stop her bleeding out. And that leaves them next to finish out the round, of which Valley is not going to be acting, but the others are still going to try to kill Lokis. It's just a question of if they're going to end up hitting the right Loki. This is going to perhaps... No, but there is now 16 Lokis instead of 17, as one of them is stabbed through the eye, and it isn't Loki, and so it promptly disappears. And another one down. There are now 15 Lokis. And you get an ill luck point. Add it to the total.
1, you said?
Yep, one more. 14 Lokis. 13 Lokis. 12 Lokis.
They're rolling pretty good.
One more ill luck point and 10 Lokis remaining.
10 little
10 little Lokis.
10 little Lokis. You can go ahead and switch your avatars back as we go back to the next round. And the Morrigan is going to start us off.
Okay. All right. Let me give you back your hat.
Oh, thank you.
I enjoyed it. Thanks.
It's very nice.
Thanks, Mom, Dad.
Welcome.
Okay.
No, Mom, Dad.
4, 19, 14, 7, 11.
All those Mom, Dads, and it still didn't fill the void of a father.
Ow!
Sorry, what?
It's Morgan's turn.
Okay. So, dude's still on the ground?
Yeah, I guess Zeus has handled him.
Yes, okay. And then you said there's...
There are 5 of the 6 up and fighting. The 6th is trying to stop the bleeding on her throat
Okay.
that you just caused in a different body.
Oh, for sure. Okay. So, I would like, all of my crows to start whirling all together until they come close enough to become my wolf.
Oh,
So
that's
the-
cool.
so-
It is a free
I'm gonna
action for
say-
you to change, but
Yeah.
you can make it as theatrical as you want and often do.
Oh yeah, the cyclone is to disorient the rest of the,
I
the
like
5 conscious ones, and like feathers in the eyes.
Hashtag dance. What did you think of the up close and personal view of Wyatt Zeus? He's got the personality for mortal affairs.
Wow.
Hard to argue with that. He seems to know his shit.
Oh.
And we are at boosted abilities.
I think you got lucky. Yours is like wicked smart. Mine's just stubborn.
Yes, and horny.
Wicked.
Good lord.
Oh no, that was me that you were feeling. I'm sorry about that.
He was talking about Crash.
I'm not sure if he gets that way.
Okay,
I don't
no.
know what passes for horny with that kid.
Cheerfully withdraw.
So you want to disorient them, assume the wolf form, and...
And go well, I'm gonna finish off one on the ground.
The bleeding one? Alright, you're
Yeah.
gonna finish off. Oh man.
I wanna
Poor Valley.
Yeah, I wanna just finish her off
As
by,
the wolf?
As the wolf, by just like using my claw and kind of just like finishing off that cut the dagger made and just completely decapitating.
Alright, will you give me a power use followed by a combat-based skill roll?
Okay, but I'm not done yet.
Oh, then keep going, because we might have modifiers in there. Keep going.
Okay, and then the closest one to my back end, I'm just gonna kind of like donkey kick, as I go, like so, like the kind of claws go right into
Okay.
the mandible, hopefully doing a opposite curve stomp kind of move.
Yeah.
and then the next one I'll use my jaw. So it's like the front claw, back claws, and then the jaw for 3
All right.
attacks.
Give me the power usage roll followed by 3 combat-based skill rolls.
Combat skills. Okay, cool. Then I am going to.
Yep, power usage first, and then the combat skill rolls. Let me know how those go.
I'm gonna chance this one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yep, 15 on 16.
That's a
of the
success on power usage.
14.
14 success. Give me the fighting rolls, or combat-based skill roll as they're called on that particular sheet. Because the Morrigan has every combat-based skill at that same score.
Okay, so that's 19.
That's still a success.
Yeah, I know.
Only by 1, which is not enough to beat the dodge, so that's not going to hit.
The first one, even though she's already down?
Yep, you've only succeeded by 1. That won't beat her dodge. You're gonna need to do just a little better than that. Do you have a bonus you could maybe use?
She flinched and you missed.
Yeah, and I'm sorry, that's unacceptable. I'm using my +5.
All right, then you in fact did not miss.
I'm not missing. She's on the ground bleeding to death.
Hashtag dance parties. Use the little advice. If you want Crash to help you or at least stop being annoyed, maybe ease off on the horn dog routine. Crash won't respond well to it.
On a scale of 1 to 10, I have it set at 1/2 currently. So you're welcome. And that is for purely his comfort, not mine.
Mods will have to confirm for me, but I believe that there is 1 more left that Zeus can hear.
Oh, AK says there
Oh,
are.
no more? Okay, I had it marked with 1 left, so if AK's got a better count than me, then I will go with his.
Okay, and 2 more combats?
Yes.
Okay.
Thanks, AK, I appreciate it.
17.
That will also
Hey, you
succeed.
could have had another question.
Okay, 1 more. Okay. That's a 13.
Also a success. Leaping forward in the form of a wolf, you finish off with your claw, which is not just the form of a regular wolf. It's a wolf that's like 7 feet at the shoulder and over a ton, and smells of carrion and death, and has patchy fur, and just is everything that you have ever been terrified of in the form of a wolf.
Oh, so the thing
Does it have like a really bad orange haircut?
Yeah.
Yes, it has a really, really bad orange haircut.
Nothing wolf.
Which is quite possibly the most terrifying thing on the planet right now.
Next to Teen Wolf.
Wow.
You finish off that cut. In fact, you finish off that cut by shoving the claws so far through that you remove her head completely from her body. And then lashing out with your rear claws, you remove the face of Sven. And there's just the skull remaining with the eye. One of the eyes is still like in the socket in it, and the other one is not. Even the muscle was ripped clean, and some of the teeth came out. Very quick, though.
Yeah.
So
And
she
then-
took his face off?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Precisely.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Most welcome. No more drugs for that man.
Yes. And your bite is directly around the skull of Ragnar. You get a pretty decent taste of his gray matter and the blood and whatever he was chewing on a few hours ago that was in his mouth.
Why, James? Why?
I'm a horrible person.
Apparently.
And in that brief moment, there are only 2 of them still among the living. Heimdall recovers from his stun and immediately proceeds on his geezed quest by teleporting away with his godlike powers in search of Butch Baker.
Oh, that's right, I did do that.
You did do that.
He will quest the cosmos for him.
That was very clever.
Which goes to Loki being next.
Right. I would like to go up to the one whose face has been removed.
Yeah, they're still in the midst of falling dead.
That's fine. As it's falling down, I would like to put my fingers in the eye sockets and rip out the skull. and then I'm going to take the skull and start beating one of them with it.
Hell yeah.
Come on, Dad.
Will you give me a combat-based skill roll over there?
Right,
Or Rosie can give me a fighting score if you prefer.
I know that you don't know what's going on inside your mom's head, but I do, and you should lay off. Oh, that one is cocked. I will re-roll. Oh, poopy. No, that's a 1. That's a 9!
That is successful. You rip the skull from this body as it's falling, and you leap upon Hildy, the largest woman wielding the hammer, pin her to the ground, and begin bludgeoning her to death with this.
With her friend's skull.
It is graphic and disturbing. Every impact, there is blood splattering. You have never seen Loki behave in this fashion, ever. It is something you might see from Thor, but
I have once, but that was my fault. I'm kidding.
it is horrifying. Zeus.
There's 2 left.
Well, one is being beaten with a
the
skull.
Yeah.
And there is one that is fully functional and left.
All right.
Morgan turned, the immortal Vanir into corpses in moments.
It took moments, right? You said moments? How many?
Maybe 2 or 3 moments.
Great. That's how far I'm going to turn them back in time. And raise them all.
If you could turn
They're gods, right?
They're immortals, but they're not gods.
They're like chosen,
Yes.
essentially.
Except unlike the chosen who are birthed, they are actually selected chosen. They were all mortals once.
So they're the chosen.
Yes.
No. And in
Slightly
doing so,
different.
I'll name
So they're
them
all Jews?
as I.
Give me a power usage roll.
Oh.
At this point, this is enough of a major effort.
My
Zeus,
third major effort of
you
the
are
day, thanks to
exhausted.
you. Good. Oh, excellent.
Nicely done. The buff is used.
12. So I beat it by 6.
More than good enough. You bring back the dead. And what do you dub them?
Oh, I named them whatever their names were, but I
Okay.
say of Olympus
Aha!
Oh.
at the end.
Not Curly, Mo.
You now have 5 new followers, Zeus. Unfortunately, they are bound to Asgard.
Yes, and as my free action, what I'm going to do is, since they are bound to Asgard, I'm going to say, my children, protect and clean this realm until the true Norse return.
Oh.
Or until the Bifrost is repaired.
And Zeus for picking a fight. Nice. Yeesh. And that is going to end the combat. The Bifrost is down.
We have won.
That was some really good murdering.
Right, cool. Bifrost is down. Now you gotta show us where the thing we need is.
Step 1 is over.
You said we take down the Bifrost.
Why
and
do you
then
think that the Bifrost is a thing that I needed? That wasn't the favor I asked. You help me with my task, I help you with yours.
What's the next
That
part?
was the deal.
Fine, what's the next part?
My
At the
brother.
moment, Zeus needs rest. Badly.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to go take a nap. Poof!
Back to the
war room?
The war room, as it were.
It is one of the few safe places where Odin's all-seeing eye cannot find you. Though now, he lacks the ability to send support and reinforcements anywhere. Not only those who have the capability of plane shifting or teleporting themselves will be able to do so, and mortals and other chosen will be restricted to normal methods of travel like planes and helicopters and cars.
God, I love messing with that guy's kids.
So, for the folks who
that's
ate
your cute snow.
Heimdall's eyes, any effects there?
Excuse me, sorry.
So for the folks who ate Heimdall's eyes,
This is the Coordinated League of Idealistic Professors Practicing Yachting. I see your wire crash had some difficulties. I have detected your F1 key help to be working correctly. Hashtag hack attack.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Clippy.
That was good.
Thank you.
That makes us boosted.
Oh, does
We already were.
We already were boosted?
Yep.
Oh, nice. But 100%
Oh,
confirmed.
Cliffy is a square.
That is another square. Gotcha. Oh, I see.
Oh, no, that was from earlier. I'm
But hey.
forgetting. I missed.
Another step closer to waffle. Another step closer to waffle.
Indeed.
Which, by the way, I hope someone clipped that waffle from the beginning and put that on the things with the stuff.
Within a few minutes of being back in the war room, Zeus is in one of the chairs, snoring loudly.
He might as well Muppet nap.
Oh, yes.
What were you saying?
Anything happen based on that, or were you just eating his eyes?
Yeah. I mean, you did, like, consume them.
And nothing immediate.
I'm still digesting.
Okay.
You do paint a picture.
Do you also take a nap to digest? You know what?
I don't sleep.
We all take naps. I mean,
I'll nap.
It doesn't hurt.
I'll nap this one out.
He mentioned something about his brother, but while he's asleep, there is some planning that should be done, and it's always been your strong suit. In the original plan, after taking the Bifrost, the next move would be to take control of the underworld. Unlike the other planar realms where a 4-star army must be maintained, if one holds the throne of hell, one rules hell.
Well, it looks like
It
we're all
only
going
takes
to hell.
one god, huh? Not the half-god. They can't come back from hell.
Yeah, but
And then you're surrounded by bright white
but I
lights.
know some people. Okay.
Then you're surrounded by bright white light. You feel movement again this time, pulling you back, and then you're in your metapod. And you need to vomit really badly.
All of us?
Every part of you hurts. You feel like your cells are on fire.
Certainly not me.
You just came back to your metapod.
Oh shit! I missed that part. Oh shit. Okay.
Several minutes later, when the ringing in your ear stops, and you can finally breathe worth a damn again, you found you're back in the basement facility that with the built metapods. Zenda's looking at you, and you can finally hear the words that are coming out of his mouth instead of just ringing. It worked! It worked! And oh, you are all bonded.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh.
Super
And please,
bonded.
a little quieter.
Is everyone okay?
You don't have to whisper, Zenda. Why am... That's weird. I'm looking right at him. That's... Woo.
Hey.
Why'd you take us out? We're not done.
I am not okay.
Not even remotely.
Your life signs were starting to go a little haywire. I had to pull you out. I can send you back in after you get some time, but you're going to want to rest. Tell me everything. Did you find anything? See anything and know? Anything he could be hiding? What do you know?
Nope, and nope.
No.
Yeah. We got it. We have to go back, but we've got it.
You know what it is.
No.
All right.
He didn't tell you? You didn't know? You couldn't see into his anything?
No. I can only see what he lets me see. I can grab control, just like with any avatar, but that is a mess. Everything is so bright right now.
Where are you?
Right here.
You're not wearing them.
No. I have a preoccupation with people looking at my eyes. I have nice eyes. I think it's fine.
Oh, I forgot something. Sorry. This is for
What?
chat.
What is the next fate? Like, are you set
We'll
on
talk
this?
tomorrow. You feel like hell, Rosie.
Right. I know. I feel. But
As much as you would like to argue with him right now, you feel like you're dead on your feet. You've never come out of a pod or a metaverse feeling like this before. Like this feels like it physically took a toll on you.
Yeah.
And you You've spent days in the rodeo circuit not sleeping and felt better than this.
Mm-hmm.
You've had fights that you've walked out of that you didn't win that you felt better than this.
Yeah.
It is bad. After some rest, though, you do feel a lot better. There's some mild body aches the next morning, a little bit of soreness and stiffness, and you're a little dehydrated, but otherwise,
Is there
you're not
anything
bad.
that I can see physically? Differences? Physical differences?
You feel different, but not quite
But
enough
nothing
to place
tangible
it.
that I
Nothing
can-
visible yet.
Good morning, everybody.
Crash,
Definitely
you're
better.
talking different.
Sorry. I'll stop talking different now.
So, it's time to lay out phase 2. Here's phase 2 of the plan. We're going to enter the grand tournament.
What? No, what?
Yes.
So we need a fighter, and not just any fighter. See, once we do this, we're going to draw a lot of attention. So in order to keep the deception up, we're going to include as much truth in our lies as possible.
Oh,
Digging it.
Absolutely. That's foundation.
Mr. Jackson, you're going to fight. But I need you to do this right. You can't just crush every opponent you face in the ring. I need a slow burn, not an explosion. As long as Mr. Munson is out there drawing every eye to him, it works in our favor. Let's work with that. Perhaps it's all part of Rhodes' plan. Either way, I intend to use it.
But you don't want me to lose, right?
Don't lose, but you can't just wipe them out. Cannot draw too much attention. Now, in order to also not attract attention, Mr. Jackson will be fighting as an owned pilot.
May I?
Recent events with Dr. Clarkson have resulted in the unfortunate demise of a rather unknown but recently up-and-coming criminal here in Coliseum. A criminal who allegedly had interest in the fights. And being as he doesn't need that name anymore, we're going to borrow that in his reputation. So from here on out, when in public, all of you work for or are owned by Mr. Gali.
Golly.
Mr. Gali owns you, or
Golly.
you work for him. He will never show his face. Wyatt Maxwell, you will be yourself. Except you are the face, voice, and hands of Mr. Gali in public. The only way to him. I have a small device I will give you to wear on your person that will suppress your pilot abilities while it's active. It's a variation on one of the control collars they use, except it's much smaller and is controlled by a switch, placing you in charge rather than a slave owner. While it is active, you will not be able to access the pilot powers you have, but you will also not be able to be protected as a pilot. Ms. McFernan, Ms. Harvin, I have acquired some lightly used suits of Balthinan body armor for you to wear as Mr. Maxwell's bodyguards and Mr. Jackson's handlers. The layering will prevent any of the devices from detecting your latent pilot skills. Say as little as possible, look intimidating, obey Mr. Maxwell without hesitation. Also, the armor works pretty well against small arms and blades in the event of an incident. It will also completely conceal your voice and identity, which will be very useful later. Do not take the helmet off in public. You must maintain your cover. And as for Miss James and I,
What are we gonna do?
we're going to do some spy shit, my dear.
Oh, I do love spy shit.
And,
You got some Rackham again. It's good to hear him. He seemed to be gone all of yesterday.
Mr. Rackham is never gone, Mr. Jackson.
It's good to hear. He's personable. It's a bit scoundrelish.
And this one will be a little strange to you. Whoever you are, if you're out there watching, thank you. There will come a time when I ask something of you, when the moment draws near. I will warn you as far ahead as I can, but if any of this is going to work, I'm going to need your help. I really hope I'm not crazy.
You're not. They hear you. They always hear you.
Now, did you have that other thing done by chance?
I did not. I got way too wrapped up in what we were doing. There was a lot to do, as it turned out.
No. Now, questions.
When do we start?
Tomorrow.
Cool. They should still be around by tomorrow.
So
This is a tremendous amount of danger.
Yeah,
It
Especially
absolutely
for
is.
Crash.
Very comfortable with
Crash
it.
can handle himself.
Honestly, Crash's place in the ring is probably the safest of all of us. It is Mr. Maxwell that is in the position of danger.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's got to pretend like he can control me.
Nobody controls
I would never
you,
presume
Rosie.
such.
I mean, except Rhodes. That makes you mad, and I can tell. I'm sorry.
And yes, that was Brony in the footage that you saw.
Oh,
He's
yeah. I
made
see
quite
it
a
now.
name of himself here.
What happened to him?
I'm guessing, like, working out a lot.
I am going to go with that, and he is most certainly bonded to one hell of an avatar somewhere.
That would make sense.
I would not be surprised if he is being supported or assisted in some fashion. I'm not sure what Mr. Rhodes is up to in regards to Brony, but I have been kept in the dark on that, I believe on purpose. Think of him as Plan B.
Nice.
But as long as he's out there raising a ruckus, distracting everyone with his I'm a free pilot fighting in the tournament, no one owns me, and I'm beating everyone, every person will be fixated.
Is he still himself?
I didn't know him very well, so I can't tell you. Was
I
he
mean,
very self-assured?
What if Crash goes up against him? Is he gonna fight Crash? Is Brony gonna fight
Mr.
Crash?
Jackson's going to have to make his way up the brackets quite a ways before he could be competitive.
I
with
have
Mr.
no
Rhodes.
doubt with that. So I want to know if Brony sees Crash.
I don't know. I don't know him like you.
We could do a Ragnarok thing.
I truly don't.
Where it's like he sees the Hulk and like the Hulk's all running at him. And he's like, oh, I know him from work. And then, did you see that? It was so cool.
That wasn't
and then they
really
were
cool.
fighting. And
I just want to make sure that
I'm with you.
I don't want to tell the end, but like, it was pretty cool. Like they joined forces and they stopped the bad guy. We could do that. I could do that with Brony. I'm overly excited right
Because
now,
you're
and it's
best
making you
friends.
uncomfortable. I'm sorry.
That's
The-
a lot of awareness.
You're fine. You're fine.
yeah, you're fine.
The person I have seen is very self-assured in what they have shown, but this also could be an act. The only times that we're able to get
Oh,
any
it's
decent
always
footage
been
of
an
him,
act.
it
It's
is-
How many?
it's when he's fighting.
How many dick jokes did he make?
None. He wasn't
Whoa.
speaking.
Oh,
he was
boy.
fighting.
Oh,
He's being controlled.
He might not be all right, and we
no,
have to.
he's not.
Yeah.
We have
Well,
to get to him.
But don't worry.
I don't know what he
can
was
get
saying
through to
because
him
there's
because
no
we're best
microphone
friends.
for the
Okay,
fighters.
I really hope that
Their
works
mouths
for
just
you.
move and the crowd roars.
Well, I mean,
Right, 'cause
you
you're
can
about, like,
lip read a
physical,
dick
like,
joke.
like,
You
like.
can lip read a dick.
Well, he's been doing this
You can
thing.
you got never mind.
He's been doing this thing. I'm not very familiar with it.
Crash, you're doing so well. I am so proud of you. See? Nothing was ever broken. Hashtag MetaPoint.
Oh.
Yay!
Thank
Nice.
you.
He doesn't do any promotions or speaking, but he's been doing this strange thing. The opponents that he's been defeating, he stands over them and then squats down and then stands
That's
up
Brony.
and
That's
then squats
Brony.
down
Right.
again.
He's
Okay.
okay. He's okay.
Right, we
He's
call that a
okay.
tea bag.
It's gotten quite popular.
Which is
with the
weird because
crowd.
that's almost what we call Brony.
Right.
So, when we come face to face, we won't have to be nervous.
I wouldn't be nervous. We're best friends.
I might.
Well,
Now
I
tell me
just-
about your experience in this other metaverse. I need to know everything.
Oh, we are totally gods.
They're gods.
Literal gods.
Tell me more.
They,
We are gods.
We have to do a bullshit thing for them so that they can help us find what we need.
I don't think it's a bullshit thing.
You have to. They're aware of you.
Oh yeah, they know
Yes.
all about us.
Yeah, they rummage around in our brains and our souls.
Like it was nothing.
Super comfortable.
They're really good.
That's terrible.
I have never been in an avatar before that could kick Butch's ass like this guy could. Like
They were easily the
no
most
sweat
powerful.
breaking.
it was mildly terrifying.
It was so fun.
Your experience was not the same, Miss James.
No, it was not. Not entirely. I was lucky though that I had a good team that kept my very fragile and killable avatar safe. But she was not not quite as overpowered.
And you seem to indicate that you had some sort of lead.
A very, very good one. I think the task that we are doing for this rebellion thing is going to directly relate to what we're doing here. Like, Zeus described it as mutually beneficial.
Oh.
And he knows exactly what I'm looking for. He knows. Even though I don't know exactly what I'm looking for, he knows exactly what I'm looking for.
See, that's interesting. He didn't share that with us. I mean, he had his usual level of bravado and confidence that he was going to...
He has so much confidence. He can do anything. You would have that kind of confidence too.
Absolutely.
Oh, you do. I was you for a minute. That was cool. You're gonna be okay. She's gonna be okay. Tragedy. She'll be fine.
Okay. Okay.
As long as we're around.
Thank you.
Don't get too, crazy with it, but, at least me and Amun Ra and probably the Morrigan can bring you back. Oh, also your mom, dad can probably bring you back.
Excuse me?
What?
The who?
The mom, dad?
Go back.
Oh, yeah. You're talking about the Morrigan? Yeah.
Which one?
Our very own Maddox McFernan.
Are
The
you
one
all
that's
right?
most psychologically suited to being an instrument of death. That is so cool. I never would have expected her to be a good guy.
Yeah, well, it doesn't exactly feel like that.
Oh.
When you're saying that you know, that he was talking to you guys and you can communicate, there's not much there. It's
Is
just
she not
dark,
aware
it's
of you, or?
No, no, she knows. It just doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
And you learned nothing?
Learn nothing about there or our
Yes.
task or
Her, it sounds strange, that is all.
Oh, it's beyond strange.
Yeah.
Andy James is Rosie's daughter.
Yep.
Yeah.
But Rosie's avatar is her father.
Yep.
And also her mother.
Right.
But not both really.
Oh, please, that's the weirdest thing you've ever heard when coming out of a metaverse?
No.
He had sex with a swan.
It's true.
Not while I was there.
True.
Right, he's got...
Oh, yeah.
He's got
So I'm Zeus, but he's weirdly celibate.
He's even got a little chip to prove it.
Just out of curiosity, you didn't make him my daddy, right? Well, that was a thing.
Oh, he's joking. He doesn't want to adopt you.
Oh, thank God.
Not really.
Well, now I feel rejection all over again. Thank you. But I'm pretty okay with that, I think. No, I'm definitely okay with that.
He wants to do with you what he did with the guys on the Asgard.
Kai?
Except, not the bringing him back to life part, but the...
adopt the...
He wants to make me one of his servants?
No. He's not looking for servants. Exactly the opposite, in fact.
One of his followers.
No, he wants
He's
to make
trying
sure
to
she has
free
a home
them.
when the war's over. She's going to be one of the ones that doesn't belong. She'll be the first thing that they ask for. Her and other like them. The chosen have to be protected because they're going to be targeted.
But you're gonna be good. He said that.
But I'm gonna be okay. She's gonna be okay.
Stay close. She's going to be fine. We might die.
We might die.
Zeus, Amun Ra, Loki, the Morrigan, and
Harriet, maybe?
Tragedy.
Right. Sorry.
Now, if I'm not mistaken in mythology, the Morrigan knows fate, prophecy, the future. Anything there? I know it is unreliable in Avatar for reading the future, the nature of the metaverse, and changing boundaries, and the constant influx based upon the prime. But
I just think that sometimes when I feel really lost, I just go back to why I started. I think the end is in the beginning.
That's true. That's 100% true. Morgan's got a destiny, like destiny, like it shines off of her.
You know something of this?
Zeus can kind of see future stuff.
Oh, that's right.
He locked up his father or something. So he has domain over his father's ability to an extent. But like, not like he's supposed to. Like only a little.
Okay.
But he can see destinies. And most of his daughters are fates, so...
Did you see any destinies?
What could he be hiding there?
Could he be hiding?
Well, if we do all this shit for him, we'll find out, won't we?
I would just like to know something more. I don't like being in the dark.
Then we shouldn't be staying in a
Oh.
basement like this.
Yeah. Right. You don't like being in the dark. Right. Okay.
I asked if you had any questions.
That's funny, Rosie.
Do you have any questions, Rosie? Would you like to not be in the dark if I can answer a question?
She hates being in the dark. And she's
Right,
always
so-
there.
Always. Oh, I'm always there. Always. Turn on the light switch. Man, you got. Ooh, why didn't I think of that one?
Who said that?
I think. Right now, I have questions. I just don't think you're going to answer them. Like, we just did phase 1. You said there's phase 2. How many phases are there? What happens in each phase? How do you want this to go?
Ideally 4.
Great. What's
4
3
phases.
and 4?
3 is we enter the grand tournament once Crash is qualified.
How
I'll
do
do
we
it.
qualify?
You beat the hell out of a lot of people.
Okay.
How many?
Right. Okay. And then
As many as it takes.
Don't worry about that. We
and
can-
then 4.
however many
phase
it
4.
is.
Phase 4, we end this in one way or another.
We end this.
Cool. That's super descriptive. I'm thankful. Thank you so much for bringing me out of the dark and into the light with the description of the plan.
Well, you're going to be securing the information that tells us how we can do Phase 4. Can't really fill out the plan without the information.
Right. What are we looking for?
I don't know.
I'm
Something
gonna-
that he would keep hidden there. Something that would be hidden there for thousands of years undisturbed.
We're gonna get there, don't worry.
Well, I know we'll get there. Eventually.
Look, I know it's kind of a tenuous deal, but I'm pretty sure that Zeus keeps his word. In fact, he's really big on that kind of thing.
True.
He just said that we just had to help him finish these couple tasks, and then he would give us what we wanted, and we were taking a break
Yes.
after the first task, and then
I
next
have
thing we know,
never
we're
felt
here.
that worn out, though.
Yeah.
No.
And we sat down for 2 seconds, and then we see you.
Yeah.
So
Well, tomorrow we will
We're
go
still
out. We will get
processing.
Mr. Jackson entered. Hopefully, get him a preliminary bout. And then a short time after that, I will return you to this metaverse. Hopefully, I can make some adjustments to make the travel less difficult on you.
What do you need?
I just need to adjust some of my settings.
For the pods?
Yes.
Cool.
It was my first attempt to do what has never been done. Congratulations, you have all done what has never been done in the metaverse.
We're actually
ever.
we're pretty used to that.
Pioneers of science.
So you just need to like
We
move
do
a
that a lot.
slider, and we're not going to feel this bad again.
It might take a few trips adjusting and perfecting things, but
Oh, we were kids before we were gods.
excuse me,
We were kids.
I don't understand.
When we first got in the pod, we were not gods. We did not go into gods.
So in this metaverse, when gods die, they're immediately reborn, but they're reborn into the forms of mortal children, and so
At the age
they
of
stay
13.
regular kids until they turn 13th, and then like on the moment of their 13th birthday, boom, kajam, and then there they are, all
So
gaudy.
we were all kids, and then the kids turned into the gods.
Do they know which kids are gods?
No, it's completely
Okay.
random to
Alright,
protect
alright.
the god, I think.
Is he trying to bring a god back?
I doubt it. He's had thousands of years. If he was trying to take something out of this metaverse, he would have done so already.
Right. So
There's
whatever he wants
something
there is something
hiding
he
there.
wants to hide there.
I see.
I thought it might be something easier, but no, that's clearly not.
I have a feeling that if pilots have been to this metaverse before, most of them ended up like you.
As chosen?
Why
Yeah.
do you say that?
They're just avatar material. I mean, think about it. They're all like super powered, heavy hitters, good fighting skills, excellent physiques. They're the kind of people that change things in the world. They probably would be the avatars of this world if the gods weren't in the position that they're in this world. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Like, they aren't supposed to be there.
Right, they were confused. They had never had an avatar in their head before. I mean, a pilot. That was new for them.
And had no awareness of the concept either.
Right. Not a thing.
No.
Can I ask you a question?
All
All of you?
Me? All of us. Yeah.
As a pilot, I am having difficulty when I am in an avatar remembering myself.
Uh-huh.
Are you experiencing that as well?
Used to all the time.
In the beginning.
Nope.
My first trip, I lost myself for 6 months.
How do you keep a hold of yourself?
Well, I tried.
Your avatars.
I tried to listen to my avatar as much as possible, and then I take more control by offering it what it needs. Like if it has a moment of doubt, I say, I can do that.
You can just change.
You just listen. I want to say it's like concentrating, but it's exactly the opposite. Like if you're ever all the way the other person, you can still listen.
Okay.
You have to let go to hang on.
Yeah, it's less about trying and more like just let it go.
But I'm worried that if I let go, then it will
They can't take you. You can take them.
Is that still the case, considering who we just popped into?
Right, and that's my concern. Is you're in gods now.
We're in gods,
and if it's hard enough.
Look, they're big. And we're small, right? So we have a lot of space to move around in there. And our goals, I think, are remarkably similar, even on a level that they don't understand. So, nudge, just like you always do. And they might push back a bit more. They might push back a lot more. But they can't push us all the way out. They don't have that kind of power. They can quiet us, but they can't push us out.
Mr. Jackson is right. Ms. James, you are a Class 5 metapilot. There is scarcely any being in any metaverse that is comparable to you in strength. Anywhere.
Just remember,
believe in yourself.
You can write it as much as you want. That's like literally the whole thing about what we do. I felt bad at first because I'm dictating the terms of our relationship at all times. Unless the metaverse is saying, do something else. And you can do at least that much. No matter how big they are, you dictate the terms of that bond and that relationship.
Okay.
You just listen to them. And then...
It's not a struggle. It's a joining.
Right. It's not like you're pushing against them. You're just offering them what you have. And
so every bond could be like my bond with Abby.
Every bond should be.
What if we bonded with something that...
What if you bonded with an asshole?
We all bonded with...
Oh, what if you bonded with two assholes?
What if you're an asshole and you bond with two different assholes?
Then you get the human centipede.
No, then you get Ronald Gabriel Zenda. I made a joke at you.
You did, Mr. Jackson.
Sick burn.
You
I
did,
mean,
Mr. Jackson.
We all bonded
Crash
with the kids.
gets sassy. Crash got sassy. Bingo. I made bingo tonight.
Did we all bonded with our kids?
Before they were else.
Does that mean we bonded with the gods? If the gods chose that child? Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that was good.
You can't feel it, Maddox? I'm exhausted and I can feel it.
No, I can feel it. I'm just...
I could light this place up like a Christmas tree right now if I
Please
want.
don't. Oh, he seriously can.
I don't doubt it. Which, speaking of, don't do that when you fight.
Please don't.
Physical only.
Right, because AB wants magic.
Yes. How did you...
Zeus.
Zeus knew that?
He has questions about magic. They have the same name anyway. The man?
Yes. You definitely need to go back into that metaverse.
Abalone Bindelhoff?
What?
What?
What? Abalone?
That is a name you made up?
Yeah. The people that were talking to me thinks it's funny. The ones that aren't him.
Ah. Them.
You know them. You've met them. You know them.
They brought us this.
Right, the basement and the... Okay, I totally get that now. The basement and the watch is on a magic watch. You have a magic watch and you never freaking told me?
I have a magic watch, now you know.
Okay. I don't know
Is
which
this
one of you is currently my
they
best
gave
friend,
us
but now
the
it's you.
letters as well?
Yes. We shared ours.
I wonder if they gave me that banana.
Banana?
I recall that.
I have a banana.
I'm
It's
aware.
in my bag.
Oh, yeah.
With the buttons on it.
Yep.
This is too connected, too convenient. There is certainly something there.
So, now that we... Sorry, some of us are newer meta pilots than
I
others.
understand, Miss McFerrin.
So what does that mean right now? Now that I'm not in the pod, but I've bonded, what does that mean right now?
I believe you will begin to experience changes in a short period of time. It is difficult to determine how quickly traits from bonds manifest themselves. Typically, those of Class 5 have control a more rapid ascent into showing and demonstrating those powers, whereas the Class 3s, it's sporadic and often uncontrolled.
You should probably touch Rhodes every time he comes in and just try to drain his life, like just to see if you can.
Okay.
Yeah.
No problem.
You should pick the things you like about Morrigan and try those things. That's how it always has worked for me.
Is there... Oh, we're hiding out right now.
Mr. Jackson does have a point. It is believed by some that you can, in fact, control and influence what you gain from a bond. I have never seen this done.
Like, if you can think about really hard the parts of the Morrigan that you really admire and like, it's much easier to use those kind of abilities. Like, if you are not the type of person to drain somebody's life from their body into yourself, you're going to have a harder time with that when you try it.
He's correct.
But like just for fun, if you like one.
Okay, and I'm looking around. Are there any windows in this basement? Like
No.
no windows and things?
You are deep underground.
Okay, got it.
Well, thank you all for joining us for Masters of the Metaverse.
Yay!
That's the way to do it right there.
Oh,
My
man.
goodness, my man.
We'll see you all next time. Maybe check us out on Zoe Game Night this week. Who knows what they have in store? I know we've got a special Halloween episode planned for you. It's gonna
Is
happen.
that this week or next week?
Next week for the
Next
Halloween
week for
episode.
Halloween.
So this week is a surprise episode because we don't know what's happening yet.
I have no idea what's happening. Someone else is deciding those wonderful things.
But next week
we'll do a
Surprise
special
Halloween
Halloween,
episode.
and we've got Metaverse back again next Monday.
Metaverse is back again.
And you are going to see a lot of the same faces. We're not done yet, guys.
Right, this arc is just starting.
And this time we're going to be doing some things outside of the Metapods.
Ooh, are we gonna go to the fights? I'm excited. Let's do it.
See you guys next time. Love you. Bye.
Masters of the Metaverse, Masters of the Metaverse, they travel through time and space and stuff. Troll them, re-roll them, throw them above. They fly through dimensions, this isn't a bluff. Heroes compelled, they have no choice. Bound by the winds of a secret voice. Masters, masters of the metaverse. Masters, masters of the metaverse. Masters, masters of the metaverse. Masters, masters of the metaverse.